Guardian down.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for hanging out with us today. Welcome to episode 158 of Guardian Downcast, a Destiny podcast. If you love to play the game Destiny 2, then you've come to the right place. We're a couple of gamer dads that have played Destiny since that day one release back in 2014, and we're just as passionate about it today as we were back then. We not only seek the stories of Destiny content creators, but we're a podcast that gives a voice to the stories of our Destiny players out there. And who knows? Maybe you'll relate to one of them. We also discuss key topics and news within the game and community. We're the show that asks, are you skill-based matchmade? I'm your host, the Gatr. My co-host...
Sure, somebody just tuned out right there.
And my co-host, Hazel, is here as well. Hey, man. Fresh back from vacation. How you been, man?
Oh, man. I am ready to go.
Really?
You know, yes. I'm ready to go back to the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, I thought you were ready to go back to Destiny or something.
Oh. Go back to what?
Destiny. No? Oh, okay.
What's Destiny?
I don't know.
No, just kidding.
We might do a podcast about it. I don't know. But, yeah, everything's been good. No complaints?
Man. Yeah. I mean, I can go into my vacation a little bit if you want, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
So real quick, or sort of quick anyway, it's been absolute chaos for like the past 3 weeks. So, basically, for anybody who doesn't know, I was not really looking forward to going on this vacation.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah. Yeah, you and I had a nice heart to heart about it. Like, you know, it can't be that bad. You know, it's still a vacation, things like that.
Well, I think
and that was
last time you talked to me, you had a couple that had got COVID and they bailed out.
Well, exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, there's 3 couples that were going and they're both like my wife's like band friends. So, or guard actually, if she listens to that and heard me say band, she would roast me. Yeah. So I just want to, throw that out there. So yeah, it's, they were her friends. They were, this kind of thing. One couple lives in California around San Francisco. Another couple lives maybe 5 minutes away from us. So the couple that had COVID, they were the ones that lived in San Francisco that we never see.
Oh.
So we ended up going on vacation to the San Juan Islands and Seattle with basically a couple that lives 5 minutes away that we see pretty often.
I see. So the people you wanted to see that couldn't make it. Yeah, it sucks.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. Nothing against the other couple. They're decent people. But it was just one of those things. So my wife was super bummed. But, I mean, it was beautiful, man. It was 60 in the mornings, every morning.
Yeah, you showed
and
me.
And then, like, highs of, like, 75 at most.
Jeez. Probably the only part of the country it was 75, probably. Besides Alaska.
Exactly. I was like, this is beautiful. I'm like, oh man. I was like, I need more of this in my life. So yeah, it's, beautiful up there. I took a trip to Bungie, went out there and I went to the building and there was a bunch of construction, like a bunch. I was like, okay, well, like they still gotta have something here, right?
Yeah.
So I tried to go up an elevator. Elevator was not working.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, this is weird. So there was a men's warehouse, like right underneath, like the studios.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, so let me see if they know a way. Cause I'm sure somebody has gone in here and asked, hey, how the hell do I get to Bungie? And I went in, there was a cool guy there. He's like, you looking for Bungie? And I was like, I am. So yeah, I'm definitely not the only person, I guess, to ask that question, or to look confused.
Right.
And, he's like, He's like, yeah, he's like, they actually moved to like Seattle downtown just for like a little bit of time here.
Oh, while they're working on this place?
Like,
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, they gutted the entire building besides the men's warehouse that was there.
Nuts, man.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, look at that. So yeah, I took a nice picture of the actual building. But not much else, actually.
Yeah, throw that on our Instagram. It'd be pretty cool for people to see what the actual Bungie looks like. Yeah. I was hoping you would get on that Bungie wall, that everyone takes their picture on. It's like, man, that would be so cool.
That's what I was hoping for. I was like, I'm not
couldn't even get there.
Crazy. Yeah, exactly. And I'm like,
well, I can see why they might not have emailed you back when you emailed them and said, listen, I'm coming to town and.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, hey, I even sent a follow up and I'm like, oh, well, hey, that I kind of find it excusable, I guess.
Yeah, they're busy.
So
they're busy making this game. That's no small feat. That's for sure. Yeah. We're going to talk about that tonight. Yeah. We got some, what would it be if we didn't have drama in Destiny, right?
I don't know what it would be at that point because there's always something.
There is. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
besides that,
yeah.
I mean, Seattle was great. For anybody who goes out there, I was actually supposed to meet up with Miner on Saturday, but it took 6 hours to get from our ferry to Seattle downtown.
Dang.
And I was not feeling it after being in the car for 6 hours. And then we had to fly out the next day super early. So I ended up missing Miner, unfortunately.
Oh. Well, we'll hear from Miner tonight.
Super bummed. Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was at Pokemon Go Fest. They had an event and he posted some pictures and some of the stuff he caught. Looked like a really, really good time.
Every time I think of Miner, I hear, dudes, it's Miner.
Yeah,
he starts every speak pipe that way. I'm like, it's Miner. I love it.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
Cool deal, man.
So, what have you been up to, man?
Oh, melting in the sun, the usual stuff. My wife is, we didn't do a vacation this year because my wife is opening up a brand new K through 7 school. K through 8 school. Yeah. It's all pre-high school too. Yeah. It's a huge school, man. And, she's been trying to get it opened. In fact, tomorrow, I'm a little excited because tomorrow morning I get to do whatever because she has to go to a kindergartner sneak peek for the school. Everyone's just jonesing to go out there and see the new school. Well, Monday I'm going to take a tour of it with nobody around. It's going to be nice. But yeah, it's been, work, play and damn solstice. I game with,
solstice.
I got words. I'll talk about it later, but it's, been a pretty normal week for me. I'm glad you're back. It's back, getting things back to normal here. RNG Gatr, thank you, buddy, for filling in for Hazel last week. You did a great job, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
He was crushing it.
You did great. You didn't hold Gatr too accountable for the things that he said, but,
hey, nobody's perfect, man.
Yeah, exactly. But now I'm back and perfection is back.
The grief will begin again. Absolutely. Well, hey.
Welcome.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, gang, here's what we're going to talk about tonight. First, we might brush up on some more about Hazel's vacation and his experiences in the Northwest and visiting the land of Bungie. And we're also going to talk about what we've been playing for the week. And since he's gotten back, real spicy this week at Bungie for the 10th week of Season of the Haunted. And then we're going to go through and answer some questions from our speak pipes, our Discord server. And finally, we'll see where else it takes us. All right, Hazel, let's roll.
Thanks for listening to Guardian Downcast. You can find us on Twitter at Guardian_D_cast.
Or you can find us on Instagram at Guardian_Down_cast and see what pics our weekly guests want to share with you.
Or just visit our website at guardiandowncast.com for all the contact info and where else to find us. And you can also play any past episodes you like in any order you like, right from your browser.
Man, don't or me. Hey, Guardians, while you're at it, follow our Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify and iTunes. We post those links in our show description every week.
So check us out, and later, Guardian.
Toddles! All right, well, Hazel, we had a busy week in Destiny, that's for sure. And before we talk about, what we've been doing in Destiny, follow up if you would and tell us again, what is this San Juan Island? When you said San Juan, I said, he's going to Puerto Rico? Man, that's what
everybody thinks, unfortunately.
So what's San Juan Island, man? What's this? Yeah, what's this place about, man?
It's kind of funky, actually, because it's, I guess that it's now, I know Monkey is going to roast me when I say this.
Oh, he'll put his monocle in, probably. He gets mad when he puts his monocle in.
Other monkey.
Oh, Mr. Monkey. Kill a Monkey.
The Canadian one.
The Canadian Monkey.
The Canadian monkey.
Just change your name to Canadian Monkey, please. Thank you.
Wow. A Monkey. There we go.
There we go.
Can we call him that? A Monkey and Mr. Monkey?
Okay, I can do that.
Okay. So, he's going to roast me when I say this because it was weird because I guess that the English were that they owned Canada or part of Canada, some random shit like that, I guess. And they had a base in the San Juan Islands. So that kind of blew me away. I was like, okay, I didn't know that.
Wait a minute, recently? 20th century?
No, hell no.
Oh, okay.
1800s.
Okay, I got you.
So yeah, it was this thing, and I was like, really? So we went to this place called the English Camp, and then come to find out they had an American camp, and I'm like, I was like, what the hell is this? And apparently there was there was a brink of war at one point because a pig crossed the line, and I think the English killed it. I want to say
no.
And the Americans got all pissed off.
Seriously?
And they were like, you fucking killed our pigs, or vice versa. And there was damn near a war. And then come to find out, England just goes, you know what? Fuck it. You can have it all. We don't care.
Wow.
So,
jeez.
Yeah. So there you go. There's history with Hazel. Yeah. But yeah, so that's the main thing about the island. There's I want to say maybe 4 or 5 different islands that are there. There's Orca's Island. There's basically it's not named after killer whales, but there are killer whales out there. I think they said there's 88 of them.
Nice.
We'll get to see some spray from humpback whales.
Very cool.
So
did you island hop or did you stay strictly on the island, or did you, obviously you went to Bungie, so you went into the mainland?
Well, that was our first couple days.
I got you.
So yeah, we had some time and we just went there first, to Seattle. And, fun fact for anybody who ever goes to Seattle, be careful with the coffee. Everything they do has 2 shots of espresso in it.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I was not anticipating that. When I came back, I was had to get some severe caffeine withdrawal because I'm it's wow, I'm getting actually headaches and shit. I'm drinking 6 cups of coffee here back in home. So
yeah, there's a coffee I drink called Seattle's Best. They sell it in a K-cup. And it's so strong, man. It's so strong. I told my wife, don't buy it anymore. It's just too much. Just go back to my Maxwell house. I'll be good. But yeah, Seattle's Best.
I love Seattle's Best coffee. I love it.
It's strong,
it's
man.
Really
it's
good.
So strong.
Yeah. Yeah. I like my coffee to pick me up and carry me,
Well, when we use our my wife, I should say, when she makes me a cup from our espresso machine, it hits you like a sledgehammer. It's like, whoa, that's a lot of caffeine all at once. So I guess that's what it feels like. I don't know.
Well, it depends on what you're drinking too. I mean,
I drink a lot of coffee, but
and
very mild coffee over an hour or so. So it's like a slow drip.
Yeah.
But man, espresso, man, it hits you hard. My heart.
Yeah, but yeah. Enjoy Seattle if you ever go there. You know,
it's on my list.
One cup of coffee might be enough for you to be good all day.
Probably.
But yeah, besides that, we went to Pike's Place Market. That was fantastic. I spent probably more money than I should have buying random shite there.
That's vacation.
Yeah, but it was cool though because you got to see like people making like cheese.
Mm.
Yeah, people were actually making cheese like right there in front of you. I mean, it was just like the craziest stuff that they had there.
It's got to be a Northwest thing because All Thumbs lives up that way. And he made us some cheese for the holidays, and it was fantastic.
Well, yeah, he smoked that cheese.
Oh, so good.
And I was like, yeah, you smoked that cheese.
Sorry, not to get off topic. Yeah.
And now I'm thinking about that cheese.
Sorry.
I hope he's listening and he remembers cheese for next year, for this year.
Yeah. Christmas time, baby.
I love you.
I expect it every year now, Ron.
Hey.
Okay. Please.
You draw more flies with honey.
Can I have some more, please?
Yes, there you go. Put in your monocle. And then.
I'm not Mr. Monkey. Please. Come on. All right.
Then you can say, hey, you can be like, I live in the U.S. Can you please give me some more cheese?
I think of the Mr. Planners guy, the monocle, the top hat, the little black cane.
Yeah, he's British. You didn't know that?
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, absolutely. I knew that. Yeah, I knew that. Well, hey,
so bad.
It sounds like you had a great time, man. I mean, I was jealous. I'll be honest. I was jealous. I was like, this son of a gun.
It was beautiful. It really was. Highly recommended.
Yeah, it's on my list.
Definitely cannot recommend it enough.
Northern California. I've been in Southern Cal, but in Northern California and Oregon, we have friends in Oregon. And Seattle and Washington State, I want to so badly go there. We'll have to see. But my wife's a teacher, so she's busy. But going back to Destiny here. Oh, we're doing a Destiny podcast. Imagine that.
Not a vacation podcast?
No, I guess not. This isn't. No, we're not sponsored by any of those places. What have you been doing in Destiny this week, man? I mean, you got back, you kind of chilled, got refocused.
Dude,
what have you been working on?
I was so pissed off, man.
Why?
I was so pissed off. I missed the God Roll Warlock fucking, what was it?
Helmet?
Yes.
I got it. Oops.
I missed it and I was super pissed off.
That was a great roll.
I could not believe it. I was just like,
thanks, Bungie. The one week I'm out of town, you put that out there, please.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't believe it. I was just.
Well, you don't play Warlock anyway, so who cares? You're going to play Hunter and Titan.
I might be
next season,
because apparently there's talk of some charity event.
I've heard something about this.
Yeah, something.
It was brought to my attention. But I haven't heard the particulars yet.
Yeah. I know that I freely offered to delete my Warlock at like $50 tier.
Yeah, I might have mentioned that I'll delete some of my alt accounts for charity if we meet a certain. Yeah. We got to figure out when we're going to do that, but with something in the works, we'll plan it for later in the year as it gets more of a. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We're still in the planning stages, but yeah, man. I think we've been podcasting long enough. It's time to do a fundraiser, man. We're due.
I think so.
Yeah.
But then I did throw out another tier for myself, which would be pretty up there. I don't know how much yet, but it would be make Hazel main a Warlock.
Oh.
For the next season.
Oh man, that would be painful. That means you'd have to play it and get some stuff for it.
I know, right?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I've got stuff.
Arc 3.0 will be around the corner. You'll be able to kick butt with it.
Well, that's what I'm saying is, I would main it for that season.
Yeah.
That means I would have to do the new raid as a warlock.
Yeah, man.
Yes. I got to rethink this.
Hey, man, I'm deleting alt accounts. You know how much time I got in those accounts? Give me a break. I don't want to hear your problems about warlocks. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, they want me to delete whole accounts with like years of weapons I've collected. That's going to be painful, man. It'll be in our Patreon episode for the next month, but we had a little bit of an intervention last week. I got kind of ganged up on. Everyone said I had a problem with alt accounts. I don't know what they're talking about. But
I don't have a problem.
No,
I enjoy them.
I do.
You know.
Hey, man, I'm an adult. I can do what I want. God, man, I gotta come clean here, man. I mean, I was explaining Solstice last week, and
hey, real quick.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're gonna say, but I just want to throw out there that besides the bounty thing, you did a really good job.
Well, thank you.
I know I don't say that often.
You don't,
but I was.
I don't give you the opportunity.
I was pretty impressed.
Well, thanks.
I was pretty impressed. I was like, nice. And you had to go and ruin it by talking about.
Well, hey, Marcus B may disagree with you there, but dude, this Solstice is. I mean, it's so much more grindy than I thought it was going to be.
So I started it.
Yeah,
I started it maybe this past Wednesday, I want to say Tuesday.
Right.
So I'll let you go and then I'll give my thoughts.
I have a feeling I know what you're going to say, but what I did is, I've got everything done, but now I'm to the point where I have to play strikes. So this morning I was grinding, Hero Nightfalls in the Corrupted. Which it's a piece of cake doing it on Hero. It was a piece of cake, but I have to give credit. Myself, Metal Giles, and Frost tried to do a Grandmaster last night. We were all the right power, but man, that second room was kicking our butt. We just could not get past that second room for some reason. I think once we got past that second room, it would have been a lot easier because it's so compact when you get in there with the spinning orbs and stuff, and everything just comes at you so quick.
Dude, that GM is no joke. The Corrupted is seriously no joke.
I might have vented last night on you. I would have hated to bend those guys last night because I was like, perfect place to get materials. Piece of cake, 15 minutes in and out, we're done. And then we kept hitting the wall, and I was like, damn, I don't know how Hazel does this, man. It was just, it's a tough one, man. It is a tough one. So we threw in the towel, and I really wanted to help Metal Giles get through it because that's what he needed for his Corrupted, was that last map, that last one. I think he had that one and one other one that was coming up soon. And I really wanted to try to help him get it. I could care less about the Conqueror title, but he was really close to it. And I know when you work that hard to get it, but hey, good effort. They had great attitudes. I'm sure they were tired of hearing my bitching, but, it was a learning experience. I'll have to definitely read up and learn more about it before I just jump in blindly. And, but we did that. And, myself, Brittany, Rodimus Prime, and Metal Giles again, we played, 16 matches of Gambit, and I actually streamed it on my YouTube channel, Gatr on YouTube.
I got chills.
Shameless plug.
I got chills right there.
It was an experience. I think I was last place every time we played. I was like it's been so long since I played Gambit. Sorry, Ninja Muffin. She's going to be shaming me because I used to play it all the time we had a group every Tuesday. And, it's just a lot. It's a different game, man. It's just a different game now. But Brittany was killing it. Rodimus he was a titan. He was just punching everything, and Metal was killing it too. Everyone was doing their job. I finally said, okay, fine. I'm not going to worry about killing stuff. I'm just going to take care of the blockers and I'll invade. And everyone has a Gallahorn, of course. So as soon as I get in there and try to find someone and snipe them or something, you're already blown up. So even though they nerf Gallahorn, it doesn't matter. You still get shredded. The one thing I will say though, just a little PSA here: if you're playing Gallahorn and you're going in to invade, or you're trying to hit an invader, it takes a little bit longer to lock on with Gallahorn. There's something I guess they made a change to, because I was free firing it, or not free firing it, but I thought it was locked on and I would shoot it and it wouldn't track. I'm like, what is going on here? They actually made it where you have to stay like another full second before it actually beeps to lock on. I did not know this last night. I learned the hard way a few times. But yeah, we played, it was a great time. Gambit's not bad when you got good friends around. It kind of cushions the blow a little bit. And we had our share of wins, but we got our butt kicked a lot too. You were going to say something?
Yeah. Well, I think that they did that stuff so that way it forced people to play other things, not just Gallahorn. It's not an easy button anymore.
It seemed to be when I was trying to get over there and invade, but we would play. We were on PC, of course, and we would play on against 4 stacks, and they would all just immediately find you and they just charge you. They weren't afraid of you at all. I was like, "What? I'm not used to this. What is going on?" So I had to play peekaboo with a sniper rifle or a linear fusion rifle, and I got some nice kills. I got it on the stream, but other than that, let's get back. Let's get to Solstice, because I'm 16 of 25 on Crucible and Gambit matches I have to play. I still have 16 of 25 on that. I still got to play. I still got probably 65% left on the playing strikes, and I was playing Hero Nightfalls. I thought that would add up quicker, but it was a slog. And then I still got to go do
Legend is the one that gives the most.
Yeah, but it's not match made, so you have to have a team going in on Legend. That's the problem. I was playing in the morning before work. I just wanted to jump in, and it was nice. I got to give you credit, man. You said you were LFGing some of these Nightfalls, these GMs.
Yeah,
I haven't LFG'd
on last night.
I haven't LFG'd on a GM, but just matchmaking with random people, it was kind of fun. Everybody was working together. Everybody was throwing the ball around, to hit the whatever the Tekken witch at the end. Sadia. Yeah, Sadia. And I had a really good experience. I didn't have anybody griefing me. Nobody was shooting at me because I wasn't doing something right, because I don't play a lot of strikes. But I actually had a good time. I was like, maybe I need to play more strikes. Let's see.
It's the damnedest thing, right?
There's still a slog, but I still have to go play. What's the waves on the moon? I still got to go do that.
Altar
of Flames.
Is this on your main account or your?
No, dude. I haven't touched my alts. I have no time. I have been grinding the Solstice on one character. Yeah.
One character?
I did some of the easy stuff on my Titan and my Hunter, but every day I log in now, I'm jumping right into the Solstice, or, getting Silver Leaves or whatever, trying to work at my card just for my Warlock. That's the thing, man, is it's you have to do all of these challenges for each character. It takes time.
I know.
Man.
That fucking blew me away.
And
I was like,
yeah.
Wow.
And I have
a little bit much.
I have to make a correction. Last week I said that, if you want to work on one piece of armor, that it would automatically drop without having to add kindling to it. No, apparently if you don't have all your armor ranked up and, maxed out, that you have to still apply the kindling and then the silver ash to get it to re-roll it.
No, that's not true either.
Because I was getting drops because I had my helmet was done. It was fully kindled, whatever it's called. Had the glowing part on it and everything. And I was getting drops from Bonfire, and I would look at the helmet, and it was a low stat armor. I had to add all the kindling all over again, and then add all the silver ash again, and then I could roll it. But I had to use all those materials.
You shouldn't have.
Well, it was doing it.
You shouldn't have. No, because so like right now, I've done this, and what is it? My helmet and my legs for my Titan are
fully kindled,
imbued all the way.
Right.
And
you're getting high stat drops?
For them, no, I'm not. But if I want to, I don't even know how to re-roll this shit. Honestly, I don't understand that part. But if I want to, if I have another pair of legs that I want to go ahead and imbue, it costs ash. It does not cost kindling.
See, that's the thing. I said, okay, all right, I have to add some ash, no problem. No, I had to add the kindling too. I was like, this has got to be a glitch, because they told us if we wanted to work on one part or one armor piece, we could do it. I mean, that was the understanding I had last week when I was explaining it. But for some reason, I was still bad kindling.
The same way.
I'll test it some more.
The same way.
I'll test it some more this week and see.
Yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, not that I'm in here right now doing that.
Right.
But yeah, I am. I'm in here knocking out this BS.
And all you have to add is the ash to your helmet now. So the kindling's fully done. Okay. I'll look at it again, but I could have sworn
on my, not my helmet or my legs that I originally did.
Right.
So I did that. I sunk it into that, and it says Spark of Recovery, and I can't even put ash on that on my original set. So I don't think. Yeah,
you only get one shot. You can re-roll it one time. That's it. Then you got to get another drop.
Well, it's not re-rolling. It's just you can only power it up once.
Yeah, you're rolling the dice. I mean, you're having your ghost mod that gives you
120 fucking ash.
I know, man. It's expensive. I have a feeling. Dude. I have a feeling when Bungie goes back and looks at this event, all the data, they're going to find a lot of people just said F it and left. I'm a diehard player, man, and I was actually rethinking things because I in fact posted it in the Discord this week. I was like, 25 games of Gambit or Crucible per character. That's 75 matches. You know how long it's going to take to do that? You only get 3 weeks to play this event. There's only a week left after this podcast comes out on Monday. I don't know, man. I think I'm going to get my Warlock done and I'm done. I'm going to just go back to my regular stuff I normally do. I don't know if I'm going to continue with my other characters. I don't know if they were just wanting to make it very special to do it this year. And well, here's the kicker though, Hazel, is this is a really good opportunity for new players who haven't really had time to get max builds and stuff. The only reason I was chasing it is I wanted the triple 100 roll. I wanted to easily be able to do that. And there's a path to do it. There's a ton of videos out there that show you how to do it. It's not too difficult. You just have to farm. The problem is you have to get all your armor imbued. That means you have to get all your tickets or, your challenges done. Is that right?
Yeah, but that's honestly, that's kind of, I want to say like the easy part.
The challenges?
Yeah. That's the easy part of the whole grind.
It's just grindy. You just have to play. If you have 3 characters and you want to do this on all 3 characters, 75 matches of Gambit, that alone, not including all the sorrows of altars of sorrows you have to do. And then you have to also got to go do a bunch of strikes. And, you still got to go kill like 100 guardians. That's no big deal. That's like 5 or 6 games, but man, that's a lot. I just, for a fun event for armor, I don't know. I thought this would be great for the new player, to come in and do this and grind it out and go get some nice high stat armor, especially if you haven't played the game much. But I don't know, man. I don't know if I recommend it. It's so much work, man. But if you're a new player and you don't have any of this armor,
why are you against work?
I'm not against work, but they only give you 3 weeks. Unless you're grinding, tons and tons of hours a week and you're a hardcore player, you're not going to get it done in time, man. You only have 3 weeks. That's it. There's only 1 week left now.
Here's the thing though, man, is that if you think about it, this way, that basically the number of players that play Destiny, okay, mm-hmm. You take everybody in that group.
It's about 1 million concurrent.
And then, okay. And then you take that, and how many of those people have alternate accounts? Or not alternate accounts, but like more than one player that they play on?
I would like to know that
probably,
percentage. I'm sure there's a lot, majority.
No, I don't think so.
You think
I think
people
a
have
lot of
one,
people just have one account.
No, I mean, you're telling me they have one character? That's it?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Now, if you think about it, so, I mean, because it has to be less, you know? It has to be less than the whole.
I don't know, man.
So,
I just started looking at the time.
What I'm saying is that a lot of people only have one character. So what they're doing is they're just basically knocking the stuff out, and then they're pretty much done. Then they're on to doing whatever it is that they want to do.
I would be willing to wager that at least 75% of our Discord has more than one character.
I'm not talking about our Discord, man.
You're talking about general players.
Yes.
I disagree. I think there's people that have at least two.
Well, I'm saying that there are those people that do have two player or two or three characters.
Right.
Exactly.
I think it's a majority.
I don't.
Really?
I think I don't, unfortunately.
That would be a good question to know. Be a good stat to know.
It can't be. You know, it can't be that many, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, to me, it has to probably be, I would say maybe 45% of the players have 3 characters.
What percent?
45.
I can't comment on it.
Have 2 characters, and then I would say less than that would have 3 characters.
I can only speculate. I don't know what that figure is. So
well, you have to, at least look at it in terms of that. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, the percentage would get lower every layer that you add to it, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, exactly. So the number of people that have 3 players or 3 characters is less than the number that would have 2.
Right.
And it would just keep getting smaller from there. And then you add on like people who have alt accounts, and that's an even smaller amount.
Yeah.
So,
we're a rare breed.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying that I just think that a lot of people don't have an issue with it, because they get in, they can, farm what they need to farm, and then they can get out. They don't worry about it.
All right.
Or they don't care that it's, about their alts, or not. I say alt, I mean their other characters.
Right?
So they're like, yeah, they're just like,
I can't even, honestly,
I don't care if I finish this on my hunter.
I can't even think about my other characters right now. I'm just trying to see how long it's going to take to get my warlock done. And I know these streamers get it done in like a week, but they're playing 8 hours a day. Come on.
Well, yeah, they get paid to play.
Yeah, I'm only playing, 3 hours a night, and maybe an hour in the morning before I go to work. That's still 4 hours a day, and I'm having a hard time getting my warlock done. I can't imagine the person who plays 4 hours a week getting this done. There's no way.
What about me? I missed out on an entire week.
Yeah. How far are you on yours? Did you? Oh, well, let me ask you. What did you decide to do with Solstice?
So I basically started this past week doing this.
Right.
And I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's see how hard this will be. I was like, so I set out to basically do all 3 characters.
Oh, wow. Bold.
In 2 weeks. FYI, that's not going to happen.
I bet.
Yeah. But on my Titan, just because that's the first one that I had up to 1570, 1570.
Right.
I am at, the hell am I at? I have 8 left.
Yeah, but what 8 do you have left? That's the key. That's the question.
Torch the Taken
or Crucible.
Well, exactly. Yeah, that one I still have left. Torch the Taken, I only need 4 more there.
That won't take long.
Yeah, exactly. If I do one more Bonfire Bash, I'm going to knock that one out.
The Bonfire Bash ones are easy.
Fire 3.
You can grind those, and you can do them solo. You can do them with a group. Either way, it's easy.
Well, you don't even need to do it solo. Because you get credit for other people's. So, I heard you doing it solo, and I cringed inside, because when I started, I was like, okay, this is going to be a slog, because I'm going to have to throw all these damn balls at this fire and,
And there's even glitches
see where it goes.
To even speed that up. You can.
Well, exactly, right. But I'm not seeing any of that when I'm doing the matchmaking and stuff. So that's one okay thing. But in regard to it though, you doing it solo is...
That's just me. That's just the player I am, man. I like being able to play solo and not worry about what anybody else is doing.
But that's the thing, though, is that, if you think about it, because that's kind of the reason why I like it so much, is because, one, it's quick. It's like super quick.
I have to say, the new Bonfire Bash I love the event. I love it's so quick and easy. Even solo, it's quick and easy. It's 8 minutes. That's it. You're done.
But see, when you're in a group, though, it's not even 8 minutes.
Oh, I'm sure.
But that's the thing, though, Gatr, is that you're not understanding is that, I know you're probably doing your bounties and random shit.
I'm doing all kinds of stuff. I'm multitasking.
I know, your red boxes.
Absolutely.
You got to hoard those.
No, I'll talk about that.
But what I'm saying, though, is that each person has their own area that they patrol.
Right. And you just spawn camp them.
Exactly. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is nice. No hidden chests to go find.
And then you run back into your area. That's basically like what everybody's doing. It's great.
Yeah. I'm hard-headed. I like to do it the hard way, I guess. But my point, Hazel, is the Bonfire Bash activities are the first things you get done. They're not that hard to do. It's the other activities they're making you go play.
They're not like for me, the ones I finished first. Well, because I didn't do those actually.
Well, like I mentioned last week, you can go do public events, patrols, your hand cannon and shotgun kills. You can get all those done just by going and going around the planets, doing patrols and doing the public events. That's the easiest part.
See, that's the thing though, is that's not what I did.
You're getting the most silver leaves too per minute. They crunched the numbers on it. You get 4 silver leaves. Okay.
But my thing is that I wanted to get 100 silver leaves. So what I did is I was basically just going in solo and I just was in strikes because I heard that's pretty much the quickest way to do it. So when I was doing that, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to throw on a hand cannon and I ran 2 hand cannons actually. I knocked out hand lighter.
Nice.
I ended up burned them down right away. Shotguns. I did that. Solar abilities. I did way, way, way too quick.
That was easy.
Super abilities. I knocked out like everything.
Mm-hmm. You can do it. You can do it all in the activity.
Well, exactly. So yeah. So my playlist activities, I'm at 100% of that. Complete patrols. I knocked that out really quick.
Yeah, that's easy.
Right now, I'm doing like public events, just like just going to wherever they are and knocking them out real quick.
Right.
Then I have Blind Well, Sever or Altar of Sorrows, Throne World activities, and Crucible. Yeah.
By the way, Throne World activities, I'm 75% on that. You get 5% every time you go down a lost sector. They say the best way is the Well of what is it? The one event where it's a 6-man activity on.
Oh,
Wellspring.
Wellspring.
They say that's the quickest way to do it, but you know me, man. I just like put my head down and just do it solo. And I would, and now, like I said, I would do bounties. I would do all kinds of stuff at the same time.
If you do strikes, and if you get a strike, you get, I think, 10%.
I'm not sure. I did some heroes today. I think I did 5 of them, and I'm still at like 40%.
That's in the Dreaming City. That's not the Throne World.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Thanks, Egon. Important safety tip. All right. Yeah, I forgot all about that. That counts. Damn it.
The big brain on Gatr. So yeah, I'm not really sweating this too much. The Crucible matches are going to suck.
Yeah.
I think 25 is high. I think 15 would be a perfect number.
I was just thinking that it needs to be 10 less because I would have had it done already. Yeah. See, I did 16 matches that one night. God, believe me, I counted.
Yeah.
It was on my card. I was like, okay, 16 to 25. Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and Vanguard Ops and Nightfalls, like, I mean, I was knocking out GMs and I mean,
Right.
I was like, I mean, it took forever and I was doing GMs. I was like, the hell, man.
Well,
So
the one good thing
I've got 16 event tickets.
Okay.
So
You're 16 and
ask me if
24.
I'm going to, yeah, exactly. So ask me if I'm going to buy the stuff.
Yeah, you're not going to buy the card, are you?
Fuck no, I'm not.
I bought it because one emote's $10 if you could buy it from the store. And I love the hot dog eating mode. I like the skateboarding one.
I want an emote that I'm actually going to use.
I use them.
I'm not going to use any of this stuff. I mean, that's the other thing for me is, I mean, but that's the main thing is that are you going to use it? Me personally, I don't like the ship. I don't like the Peach spotlight effects.
Yeah, I didn't care for that either.
I mean, and I'm not going to pay $10 for Iris Gossamer
Shader.
I mean, the shader.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the shader.
Yeah, I just like having all of them.
Pay that for it.
I'm a collector when it comes to shaders. I want to have them all.
I'm just gonna wait. And it'll come out next season, and then I'll be like, all right, that's fine. So,
yeah, like I said, if I liked one of the emotes, it was worth the $10. And yes, I don't think they needed to monetize that, but it throws them a bone. It throws, it's like buying an emote from Eververse, right? It's like throwing $10 or 10 silver, whatever, $10 of silver their way. And,
yeah,
I'm all for supporting the company, but yeah, I don't know. It would have been really nice if they had, the skateboard emote's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool, especially if you use a skateboard. You do a kickflip on it. It's really cool. Let's see. Now, one thing I would say is great about Bonfire Bash because it's so quick and if you do it yourself solo, you got all the enemies in the world. You can shoot anything you want. And I've got so many red boxes done. I've crafted 6 weapons just this week and I obliterated my materials. So I'm trying to get those back up, but I didn't have to worry about my, resident elements because I had so many red boxes saved. But remember I told you last week I had like 100 or when Hades was here? I think I mentioned I had like 125 red box weapons. Dude, that is like, I think I'm down to like 35 now. I've eaten them all up. I've used them all up crafting these weapons. So get them done. It's nice. I'm getting my gun bounties done. You get an enhancement core every time you get those done per character every day. That's a good source. It's actually your only source really, unless you play GMs or Nightfalls. But one thing I did find, I don't know if this has happened to you, but some of the bonfire loot, I got some prisms. I got like a 5-pack of Ascendant, or was it enhancement cores? It was kind of nice. They were throwing materials your way.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't need them. So I'm just like, but hey, I'm like, it's cool. I'll take it.
I'm not going down that. I'm not beating that dead horse this time, but I'm just saying it was nice. It was pleasant to see that they were giving you other than blue weapons and, a shotgun that I'm never going to use and immediately dismantle. Or the hand cannon.
The hand cannon.
It's
too,
okay.
That you're not going to use.
I'm not going to use it. I kept a couple just for, they're 120s. So they hit pretty hard when I used them, but I'm not a hand cannon user. I'm trying to be. I'm trying to learn it in Crucible, learn how to use hand cannons, but man, it's just give me an assault rifle. That's what I want. Anything else?
That's what I said is I like in scrims was, I was like, hey, I really want to have, an auto rifle meta again. I miss that.
It'd be nice.
Cause I love auto rifles. I know it's not the popular pick and things like that, but
it takes a certain play style in Crucible to use one. But if you're aggressive, they work good.
I was going to say that. To me, it's more of a beginner kind of weapon.
Well, let's face it. It's all Call of Duty has is auto rifles, and they have an occasional 2-shot pulse rifle or an occasional fast-firing scout rifle. That's about all Call of Duty has ever had. So everyone's used to Call of Duty weapons that plays Call of Duty immediately will will flock to auto rifles. And I mean, there's a lot of auto rifles. I love the Monte Carlo. I mean, there's a lot of different auto rifles I like to use, but I'm a pulse rifle guy. And that is why I'm going crazy right now trying to grind the weekly strikes because, or nightfalls because I want that damn pulse rifle. I've got 2 of them. I've got one that has a decent roll, but, yeah, I saw you showing off your 2 adept ones you got this week. I'm like, it's not going to help you in the Crucible, man. It's not going to help you on scrims. I'll still kill you with mine that isn't adept. Throwing down the gauntlet.
We'll have to see about that.
We'll see. Yeah, talking shit early here. Anything else, Hazel? We got the TWAB coming up here. It's been an eventful week. That's for sure. But
it's been a little busy.
I'm a little mixed on this whole.
Going on.
Yeah. I'm a little mixed on the Solstice event, and I guess next week I'll let you know if I decided to just push through and get it done. I've come this far. I'm probably going to have to finish, but I'll have my opinion once I see how much I got to finish grinding to get this 3-stat armor. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Well, let's go ahead and move on. I think it's time. It's time for This Week at Bungie. Hey Guardians, just a quick reminder that we now have a Destiny 2 clan, and Hazel and I invite you all to be a part of it.
If you're looking to find a clan, now would be a great time to jump in and get to know some of these great gamers you've heard. We're not hardcore or anything like that. Enjoying what time you have for Destiny is all we ask.
So, if you're looking for a clan out there, we have a permanent link in our Discord under the channel GDC Destiny 2 clan, where you can find a link. Otherwise, look for Guardian Downcast Pod, and the link will be in the show notes of this podcast. Right down there.
So, I lied before when I said that we don't ask anything of you, because we actually do. We ask that you do join our Discord first, so we can communicate clan stuff to you, like clan podcasts and clan nights, and just random shite like that. Besides that, you can lurk all you like.
So join us. All right, Hazel, 10th week of Season of the Haunted. What's going on in the TWAB this week, man?
Okay, so this week in the beloved TWAB, they are planning a raid date night.
Oh, this is awesome.
It depends on who you ask. So, basically, we're just going to go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off here. Raid the date. We don't know what the raid is going to be yet, FYI. But it is going to be live on... Well, actually, they're going to reveal it on August 23rd.
The showcase.
Yeah. But it's going to go live Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific, August 26th. That's a Friday.
Reset on Friday.
So, yep. So it's there. Bungie is under a little bit of scrutiny about this because people are upset that they have to take time off for this. To which the company replied with, well, you want our people to work on weekends?
Yeah. I mean, I've had to work on a weekend before.
I mean, this is a video game. I'm sorry to let people know that.
Yeah, I was just playing along. Sorry.
Yeah. This is a video game. And not the end of the world
Wait a minute.
kind of thing.
So people were complaining it wasn't on a Saturday?
Yes.
Oh, come on. What's wrong with Friday? It's the weekend.
Yeah, and Bungie basically came out and they were just like,
Good for them.
sort of just, in a way, they said kind of go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
So they said it more PC than I did, but yeah, that was the main thing.
Hazel will tell you.
Yeah, exactly. I'll decode the mystery speech that Bungie used there. Yeah, there you go. But how about some good news with that raid?
Yes.
the good news is, hey, you right there in the car, or, doing whatever you're doing. You're in the bathroom. I see you. You, Drafty. I know you haven't turned the game on in probably, 5 hours, and, you've been sleeping besides all that.
He's in his pool on the float. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's right. He's in his pool. Yeah, that's right. So yeah. So he doesn't have time to play because he doesn't have a TV out there. But even Drafty, I would say probably is raid ready at 1560.
Yeah, it won't take much to get to that.
That's going to be the cap.
Is that the starting value for next week for the new season?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, so everybody will be able to walk in and be ready to do this.
I remember they did that last time, and all the hardcore raiders were a little like, well, geez, just let everybody get in here. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's a contest.
Yeah,
Let's make it fair.
Yeah, they were kind of shitty about it.
Yeah, I remember that. I was like, well, hey, let's give everybody a fair shot.
Yeah. They were like, well, it cheapens the grind, man. But, yeah. But I loved that. I mean, some of the elitist people like Datto was like, who cares? He's like, more people in the raid. What more do you want?
Makes it fun. Makes it a contest. Means anybody can win.
What?
What a concept.
Yeah.
You mean not the top 6 top raid teams in Destiny? It's got to be more than that?
Well, I mean, it's probably going to be them anyway. Let's just be fair about it here.
They have a system and it works. And yeah.
Well, exactly. Yeah. So, I definitely want to do this.
Hell
it's
yeah.
either going to be Wrath of the Machine
or King's Fall.
Or King's Fall. Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be King's Fall. And it has nothing to do with the story. It has nothing to do with Savathun. I just think it's just time, man. It's just think of how much, one, I'm looking forward to all the weapons because I love those. I know they may not bring them all back. I get that. But I just love those. Those are one of my favorite raid weapons with all the crusty, hive gooiness on them. And they were just so iconic. They just were so cool how they sounded and they shot. And, if it's Wrath, I'm fine with that too, because those weapons were pretty cool too. All the ones that did more damage to Fallen, yeah.
Well, I mean, they stripped that from the game.
Yeah, true, but it was fun back when we played it in Destiny 1. I mean, it was our staple.
Those guns
at the end
had
of the year.
double perks, though.
They did.
That was what I loved. They had the double perks that were like, what was it? Like focused firing line or something like that, where it was. Or no, focused firefly. That's what it was. So it was like it fired slower, and then when you got headshots with it, it was it was
easy to do.
Slower, and then you got headshots, and then it would blow them up, and it was on an auto rifle.
Because it was firing like at 360, it was so easy to get headshots with it because you had so much time in between each shot. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just good stuff. So, I mean, I'm hoping personally that it's King's Fall, just because.
Right.
I think a blind squirrel could do King's Fall, even with contest mode and things like that.
I'm already thinking of the dick wall.
I'm okay with that. I mean, I can't wait to troll a bunch of people who've never seen it and stuff.
Mr. Monkey hasn't run it yet. He hasn't run it yet. I said, yeah, come on. You can be on my team. We'll have cameras in place. I mean, we'll be right behind you, buddy.
Yep. Just go to the orb. There you go.
That's what you got to do, man. That's what you got to do. You got to go to the orb.
Yep. The orb is life.
They'll change something up a little bit.
Well, of course. I mean, they'll add champions. They'll do all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. But I'm thinking, honestly, that it's going to be Wrath. I think they're going to go that route.
You think they're going to go Wrath?
I do.
All right. I'm going to go against that. I'm going to say King's Fall.
Are we going to make a bet?
What's the bet?
Oh, shit.
One hand tied behind my back in scrims?
Fuck off.
Oh, shit. That was out of line. My bad.
What about you have to main a Titan or Hunter?
Oh. And you have to main a Warlock then. Is that the bet? All right. No, you got to tell me. Is it going to be a Titan or a Hunter?
Which one do you like least?
Which one do I like least?
Probably Hunter, I would say.
I would say least. Titan.
Liar.
What?
Hunter. I don't believe you.
Oh, that stings, man. All right, if you're gonna go Warlock if you lose, and I'll go Hunter. I'll main a Hunter for this season. It's all in public. Everyone's hearing it. If it's King's Fall, you lose. You have to main a Warlock next season. And if it's Wrath, then I have to main a Hunter for the next season. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
I like this.
I hate jumping.
I
hate
this.
jumpers. God, I hate jumping. I want to float. I want to float down and shoot from above. All right, fine. Deal. That's a bet.
I like
That's a
this.
bet.
I like this.
All right, I better be King's Fall. Everyone's saying it's King's Fall, so. Lucky.
Yeah, I mean, I was
so
saying
screwed.
it for the longest time.
I know. I just jinxed myself. I'm so screwed. It's already a bet, though. All right.
Yeah, I just am thinking about it. I've been thinking about it like this whole week since this came out,
Mm-hmm.
like, 24 hours ago. But I've been thinking about it, and I just think that Wrath just sort of fits like what they're doing. I don't know if they could make as many changes to King's Fall as they need.
It's a big raid. I mean, Wrath is a big raid too. But I'd say King's Fall's a little bit bigger.
It is. It is. The only thing I would say, though, is that I think that, I mean, it's going to be in one of two camps. One, it's going to be King's Fall because one, it's going to bring people back to Destiny.
True.
It's going to bring back those taken tots.
Yes. Oh, totems. I'm already thinking about totems.
Oh, God.
That was a nightmare.
Imagine a barrier up top.
Oh, and the jumping puzzle on the ships. I can't wait to see the hunters struggle on that one.
Dude,
Oh.
what's your deal? Oh, yeah, without Bones of EO.
Yeah, it's exactly. They're not going to get 4 jumps.
Can we get those back instead of...
No. No, you can't. That's the answer.
For anybody who doesn't know what those are basically they added an extra jump.
Yeah, you can jump 4 times. Think of the height.
4 times.
Yeah, and tell me to tell you, when I played my hunter on that, if I didn't have Bones of AO, I was screwed.
You couldn't go anywhere.
It was tough, man. You had to time it like a split second perfectly, or you were just going to get bumped. Oh my God.
You know what was funny though? Is that, think about this, okay? Titans got all bent out of shape and started making death threats and shit like that to Bungie devs and things.
Jeez.
Because they found out that
yeah, I heard about that. Hey, you're talking
what
about
was the name of it?
You're talking about the Titan boots.
No, it was a chess piece. The Twilight Garrison.
Yes, that's right.
Wasn't coming back. But meanwhile, hunters are keeping their damn mouths shut. And I think they're just hoping to get Bones back. I think they're like, yeah, let me pull those fucking Titan weirdos, man. Yeah,
I'm gonna pull a play from Hazel's notebook. It's not gonna happen, man. It's not gonna happen, man.
It's not gonna happen, man.
No, I remember I would get aped with that damn chess piece. But you know what though? People jump on the high horse about that. What if they're gonna come out with a Arc 3.0 that does it for you already or somehow? People just don't know what they don't know. And what if there's another piece that comes out that does it? Maybe it's a leg armor it does it this time or something, You got the Lion Rampants.
What Giannis came out and said.
Yeah.
Giannis came out and said that,
and the guy gets death threats. What the hell?
Exactly. He's like, but he's like, while it's not coming back, he's like, you might see that functionality in something else. And
exactly. Yeah, he already hinted.
Just got completely just ignored, and everybody was like, "Nah."
I swear, it's just like a minority of children. It's just a minority that have that small group that just have that. They're just toxic, man. I don't know. It's just,
I don't know. I just think people are looking for a reason to bitch.
Let me say something. I love this game. Bungie has changed gaming forever with this game. It really, really have. This is such a great game. Historically looking back at all video games, it's definitely a highlight. But dude, it's a fucking video game. Can we not threaten people's lives and make them live in fear because we don't agree with some piddly little shitty thing in Destiny?
Yeah. Well, hell, man, did you hear that they're suing an
Yes.
18-year-old, I think?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. And did you hear that some people are upset with Bungie because they took that route?
Well, wasn't the kid wasn't he like banned I don't know, 45 times or something for cheating?
Well, yeah, he was a cheater. Yeah, and then he was making threats against DMG and things like this.
But here's my thing. How did they not IP ban this guy if he kept making new accounts? Just IP him.
Well.
Just IP ban him and he's done. Dude, that time I got banned when I didn't know about overlays when Destiny first came out on PC, and I was just destroyed. It was an IP ban, dude. I could not play anything on my internet. I had to go to my son's house if I wanted to play.
It's like they have the ability to do it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think Bungie just wants to side with it's just, Bungie doesn't want to be a dick.
But this kid kind of pushed it. They kind of tested him. I mean, he kind of said, let's see how many times I can get away with it before Bungie finally does something. It was almost like a cry for help.
I don't know about that, but
that's a stretch, but you know what I'm saying. The kid was just bucking it. He was just bucking the system. I mean, and he's all upset because he got caught. Really? Dude, you got a lot of growing up to do. There's a lot in life you need to learn about.
Oh, obvious.
But anyway.
So
Okay.
There's that.
Mm-hmm.
Again, same thing as with Vault. So you clear the raid first, or before you get to move on to the challenge in order to get the world's first title. So you have to beat it twice, basically. Once to basically unlock the challenge mode, and then after that, then you can go ahead and take part in the fun and games of challenge.
Oof. I can see the challenges on King's Fall is going to be tough.
I don't think so, man. King's Fall was so
I played a lot of
easy.
You still could get stumped. It's not easy to teach either because there's a lot of moving parts in that raid.
King's Fall was easy, man.
All right. The Wrath wasn't. I mean, that last room in Wrath was tough too. Those are moving parts. Holy crap! I think that was the first time that a raid actually had it where no one could sit still. They all had to work together. I think it was the first time they introduced that, where you couldn't just go tell the new guy to just go sit in the corner and kill ads. He had to actually be involved in that last part.
Exactly.
That was good. I like that.
And that's why I'm saying, I think that's the thing that Bungie is going, that's why it's going to be Wrath, because it more fits with their design philosophy.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey, I mean, that'll be a happy surprise. I'll just have to play it with Hunter, but that's okay.
Nah, that's not going to make me a happy surprise at all. But there we go. And then to enforce the requirement, they are basically going to make sure they're going to watch everything back and go from there. And if you're doing challenge mode, FYI, you will die if you don't complete the challenge criteria. So that way hey, okay, this is not the right thing to do.
Oh, you mean it'll automatically kill everyone?
Yep.
Oh, wow, that's brutal.
So if you're doing challenge and you're supposed to do X, Y, and Z.
Just on day one, folks. Don't freak out. Just on day one.
Yes. So.
Yeah, they said the fire team would have to the way they phrased it, they said the fire team would have to wipe. I'm like, okay, so does that mean if it says challenge failed or whatever, they have to just all jump off and die? But no, now that you tell me, they just all get killed. That makes it easier, actually. It saves time.
Yeah, exactly. It tells you right away if you're
messed up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
okay,
there we are. Okay. And Yay. Lots of talk about Crucible something. Votes are in. Trials of Osiris map, FYI this weekend, is Eternity.
Psh, I won't be playing that.
Not even for the beloved...
Okay, I might play a little bit. I might dabble. If it's unbalanced, you can get spawn camp so easily on that map. Oof.
Yeah.
All right.
So, okay. So, there's that. Votes are in. We have a new emblem coming to us next week, FYI.
Yeah,
Enjoy that.
They blew those 77,000 votes in 48 hours. They blew it out of the water. I knew they would.
Yeah. How could they not?
Yeah.
Come on. I voted.
Yeah, I did too. What'd you vote for?
Did not get what I wanted.
Yeah.
Widow's Court.
Mine was not Widow's Court. What was that? It was the other Destiny 1 map.
Rusted Lands?
Rusted Lands. I love Rusted Lands. It's my favorite map. It's one of my favorite maps. Javelin's a good map too.
Yeah. Okay. Primed and ready. So, you get some emotes, or an emote, a ship, cool ass ghost shell, by the way. Go Hunters. I don't know. That's a sparrow, I believe. Looks kind of funky. Okay. Shit's broken. I love the fact that they went out of their way to fix the things regarding the basically like the event card. So that way, if you paid money, you got your stuff.
Right. People
I'm
weren't
glad they fixed that before anything else. So there's that.
One thing I was really hoping they were going to do this week, I almost anticipated it, was they were going to say, okay, the grind's way too crazy on this fun event. We're going to bring down Crucible matches to 15 instead of 25, and we're going to take down this and a few things here and there and tweak it. But they didn't do it.
Silly Gatr, man. They don't.
I know.
They're not going to touch this.
I know.
This is a 3-week event. It would take more time and effort
probably
to get that done than...
It's just a line of code, man. Come on. That's for Monkey.
Oh, yeah. And Kingsley just turned off right there.
Yep. Kingsley's out. I mean, oh man, I dug a hole with all the programming guys in our Discord. Yeah, I won't go into it, but yeah, that was for Monkey.
Yeah. Yes, you did. Okay. So, so shit's broken. Movies, which were pretty decent.
Yeah, they were. Cool.
Art. And love Cosmo. And be sure to check out the August 23rd reveal.
Cannot wait.
Yep. There we are. Ladies and germs, that is a TWAB.
Wait a minute. Wasn't there something else we were supposed to talk about?
Did I miss anything?
Yeah, we missed something, man. What are you talking about? So, all right, just, you know what? Go do a bounty. Oh, I'm sorry. Go do a bonfire bash. Oh, I got this. Skill-based matchmaking is going to be coming back, guys. And you know how some games will just say, hey, we're going to add this and, live with it? Bungie is so cool.
Like Bungie?
No. Bungie is so cool. They'll explain to you their data. They'll explain to you why they're having to do this. And, when they stated about skill-based matchmaking, they said there were 3 goals that they wanted to achieve here. They wanted anyone to be able to enter into a Crucible match and feel they can be competitive. Basically, that they can help their team. They wanted a win rate of 40 to 60%, which is on average about 50% on most skill-based matchmade games. And also to have a place if you do not want to engage in skill-based matchmaking. I'm talking to all those streamers out there that are not happy with this change. But what they said, their main objective was a high-quality match. So you're saying, okay, what the hell is a high-quality match? Well, you want to have a good connection to the server. You want to have a good connection to other players. And, they base it on the best. They ping the best player in the group. And then that is your main hub connection that ties everyone to the server. They want all players to have a reasonable chance to win the match, like I mentioned. The matchmaking speed, they want that somewhat fast, even for your high-skill players out there. And a high-quality match is basically a balance of all three of those things I just mentioned. Good connection, reasonable chance to win, and reasonably fast matchmaking. So when it comes to skill, Bungie kind of gave a little definition. They gave a little graph that they posted in the TWAB, and basically there was a negative 1,000 on one end and 1,000 on the other end. So basically a 2,000 point system or value system on one end and 1,000 being the best skill player on one end. And what basically determines a skill, that number that they're talking about, is your kills, your deaths, your captures, your round wins, your revives, how many times you dunk on Rift games. Not just KDA. Everyone thinks it's just KDA. And it's adjusted at the end of every match. I don't know if you knew that. At the end of every match, they look at the match overall and say, okay, we're going to make a slight tweak here and there, depending on the score differential, things like that. And then there's also what they call a confidence rating. So the more you play Crucible, the more confident that they can adjust and get a more accurate, honed-in skill level of you as a player. They said that they'll never state a skill value in-game. In other words, there's going to be no shaming. Nobody's going to look down on you if your skill numbers, so they're not going to do that stuff. And it's always internally tracked, so don't worry about it. It's never going to show up. Even Gambit, they track skill level. So they have all the data, man. They have all the data. So with all that in mind, Bungie also evaluates skill on reaction times, agility, how you approach fights, how well you know the maps or modes you're playing, how well you know your character, how you build your character, your weapons, what mods you're putting on them, and on your armor as well. All of that's blended together to come up with this skill number. And this, I believe, is what they've been using in the comp playlist for a long time now. And I think what they're going to do is they're bringing this same type of system, and they're only going to put it into the control playlist, which makes sense because that's where most of the players go. So if you're going to test something out, you probably want to go where you're going to have plenty of players, plenty of a test bed to work with. So the next question is going to be that people are going to ask is, okay, now that we know the skill level, how's it going to be put into practice, right? So if someone is, say, 200 skill level above you, you can definitely tell in game that they're better than you, and you know that they're going to win 75% of the 1v1s against you. The opposite is true if someone is 200 or more below you. By the time you get to a difference of 400, your better players are going to win 90% of the engagements over the lower skill players, and it'd be extremely lucky if you're going to pull a win off. But once you get to a difference of 600, there's zero chance. It's just going to be a rollover. It's going to be a mercy game, and we all know what that feels like. So the goals is to keep these numbers as close as possible. That's what they're working toward here. I know we're getting a little technical here, but I just wanted to explain how skill was evaluated when they come up with your skill number. Outside of survival and elimination, the ability to influence whether your team wins or loses is usually out of your personal control if you're an average skill player, which is half the population, by the way. This can feel bad. As the match, somehow feels random, you don't feel very motivated to win the game. And this is what has kind of contributed to us de-emphasizing winning as a requirement to gain rewards in the Crucible. In other words, they brought all the random drops back. This is the way things are being done currently. And this is the reason why they're bringing skill-based matchmaking into Control for next season. And they gave a little background data of what's going on right now. And they said that 50% of the matches have a skill disparity of 900 or more. That's crazy. Between the worst player and the best player on the team. That's crazy. They said, on the other hand, their system that they're using now for survival, 60% of the matches have a 250 skill difference or less. And that's what they're trying to shoot for. Now, what happens if these skill disparities get so bad like that? Well, everyone's been through this. With those wide disparities, you see how everyone gets trapped into a spawn and they just get killed over and over again. That's one of the things that can happen. Another one is they're more likely that most of the team is dead that on your team. If you're a lower skill player and you're playing a higher skill team, that frees the other side to just roam around and just keep pushing until eventually things flip to the other side of the map. So this is what they've been up against, and this is why they have to make some improvements here. And the one sentence, Hazel, that I pulled out of this, and it just was a total theme of this whole post, is if you can't tell if you're improving, how is it going to be motivating to try to improve? If you're getting run over by a team, you're just getting just slammed every game, and you're an average or maybe below player, how are you supposed to learn from what you did wrong when every time you spawn in, you're dead? So what's happening now is with the main system is it's connection-based matchmaking. What that basically means is they're looking for best connection quality total. What they do is they find a pool of players that all have a good connection with you. And within that pool, they choose players with the very best connections. If they can't find any players in that pool, then they widen the variance in connection. And they'll repeat until they find enough players, and then they'll break them out. And this is the thing that boggles my mind is how they break out some of these teams. I watch True Vanguard play a lot, and a lot of times he'll get a bunch of average to good players on the other team, and because he's a top 2% player, he'll be put on one team with all beginners. And he'll even emphasize it after a game. He'll say, look, I got a 3 KD and everyone else has a 0.4. And then he'll look at the other team and it's a 2.1, a 2.7, a 1.8. I mean, everyone's above 1. So that cannot be fun for people as well. Through most traditional skill-based matchmaking, what they do differently than connection-based is they find a pool of available players with a good connection. Within that pool, they choose players closely matched to your personal skill rating, the numbers I mentioned earlier. If they can't find any players in that pool, then they start widening the variance, right? And if that doesn't work, they expand the search again with even more variance and connection quality. And then what happens is you get people that are glitching all over the place. It's just a big issue. And, I don't think that's the solution here, because we're going to start having connection problems. We're going to be playing people in Egypt, and, God knows how that's going to turn out. So what they've decided to do is they've come up with a system they call loose skill-based matchmaking. It's very similar to regular skill-based matchmaking, but what they do is they start out with fairness. They start out with developing that high quality match, those factors I mentioned earlier. They start with that in mind. So they're going to first start and see who is in your skill level within a certain variance. And then what they do is look at my notes here. What they did say, because they're starting out with fairness, that the matchmaking speed to keep a high quality match, quote unquote, is going to take a little bit longer. But Bungie said that they're going to monitor this every hour for the first few weeks when it first comes out. So they're going to always be tweaking stuff like all the time. Their main goal is to keep all the matchmaking, 95% of it, in fact, within 4 minutes or under. And they want to keep the mercy games.
A long time.
That's not too bad. That's about average. If you play Iron Banner, Iron Banner's about 3 minutes, I think. As long as it's under 4 minutes, under 4 minutes is not bad.
No, Iron Banner is less than that.
It depends on the population, but under 4 minutes is acceptable. It's the people who wait 10 minutes that it just gets crazy long. I've got stories, trust me, but they want to keep mercy games at 5% of the matches. Currently, it's a lot higher than that. The final score differential, they talked about that a little bit. Less variance between the top players and the bottom players. They want to keep that more in line. I'm not going to get into the weeds on that. But another thing they noticed, and this is where I have a question, is full fire teams versus single players. And they said what they found is that there was a 400 or 500 average skill level. And of course they have comms because they're all talking in a party somewhere when you're in a fire team. And they were asking themselves, is this because there's a lot of high skill players that are inclined to play in fire teams? or being in a regular fire team, does that make your skill go up? I think it's the latter, because when I play in a group, I'm a lot more relaxed. Obviously comms are really good. You know, you have like a third radar because people are communicating to where players are coming or where your opponents are coming. So I really think it's not about high skill players joining in fire teams. I think just being in a fire team is such a big advantage that the skill level, their average skill level, your win-loss rate, all those things I mentioned earlier have an effect. So, there's some other stuff in here too about skill distribution, how 50% of the players are basically in negative.
Hey everyone, looking for some like-minded gamers to talk Destiny with?
Or maybe just a place to de-stress and talk with others about life for a bit.
Or maybe just a place to discuss the latest movies, TV shows, and new music out there.
Well, wait. What about channels with New Year's resolutions or other goals? Oh, we also have a fitness section.
Well, you're also forgetting about channels with links to our clan, SpeakPipe, show music playlists, or even where to get a t-shirt, mousepad, coffee mug, condoms.
Man, you're forgetting about the podcast questions channel, where listeners can put in their questions for the show, and we'll play them live.
And our show feedback channel, where listeners can talk about past podcasts, and...
Just stop. Hasn't this shameless plug gone on long enough? Hey everyone, just look for the GDC Discord community link in our weekly show notes, wherever you get your podcast out there, or just visit guardiandowncast.com, where there's an invite link you can use anytime.
And later, Guardian.
Just stop it, man.
What?
Just lay off the caffeine, man.
It's definitely not caffeine. It's sake tonight.
Skill differentials as far as the best player versus the worst player on a team.
Now we're getting into the weeds. So,
Okay. Well, they go into more detail here, but if you really want to get into the particulars as far as the final score differentials or the variance between top and bottom player, it's in the TWAB.
Yeah. The main thing is to know is that basically
I know it's a lot of info.
Sweatier.
Well, but then
Games are going to get a lot sweatier.
But Hazel, when we do scrims, we use a skill-based matchmaking. We put our teams together based on a spreadsheet, and we have our own UI, right? That we track and everyone's stats and stuff.
No,
we don't.
We're not that fucking on top of shit. No,
I don't know. I thought Monkey had a good program going for it. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, he has a system, and he gives me the information on the players, and then I go in and finagle the teams.
I'm telling you, last week was fantastic. Every game we played, I mean, when we first started doing scrims a long time ago, it was apparent there were the better teams and the teams that were getting shit on. But I tell you what, I don't know what you guys are doing, but I'm having so much fun playing scrims now because every game I played last week, I think it was, it changes every week, so I'm trying to remember. I had
it was you, it was MC.
Yes.
And
was it Hammer? No. It wasn't Hammer, it was
Slamming.
Slamming, yes. And Slamming is just, he's a beginner to Crucible, but I tell you what, it was very cool for him to play with us because MC and I both would tell him what to do, tell him what to look for, tell him how to move around the map. I'm sure his head was spinning, but he was really having a good time. At least that was my impression. But the point is, Hazel, every game we played came down to like 1 or 2 points. It was so fun, man. And you can't.
It was crazy.
Even if you lose by a point or two, you have to feel good about the match. You did, even if you struggled, but you helped your team a little bit to get a little bit further. And there were a lot of times MC was just killing it, and he was using his bow. He was blinting really good. I even complimented him on it. And I was hanging in there. And there'd be games where I just wasn't helping out much. But because the games were so evenly matched, I was able to rally at the end and help out and even either win or come really close to winning. And those are the games. Yeah. Wouldn't you say those are the games you really, even if I was in a 6-stack and I was running over teams, it's fun to win. No doubt. It's definitely fun to win. But I tell you what, it's kind of an empty victory because you didn't really have any competition and I felt bad for the other team because I've been in that spot where I'm getting dumped on. So I think this is going to be a good thing, man. I think it's going to be a good thing.
I don't think so.
All right. Why? What are your thoughts on this?
So I think there needs to be more of a mix because if you go into Crucible and you basically, I mean, so like right now you go into Crucible,
right?
It's basically a crapshoot if you're going to steamroll the other team or if they're going to steamroll you.
Right now, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. It's luck of the draw.
Exactly, right. And it's basically, you crossing your fingers hoping that you get that good person who's going to, destroy the other team.
Mm-hmm.
With this is going to cause like something they call fatigue. Is that every game you play is going to be sweaty. It's going to be draining. I think what the answer is a mix of both.
Well, they're doing that.
Just mean, no, that's not what I mean. So what I mean by a mix of both is actually taking the current matchmaking and having it kick in every maybe 4 matches.
Man, that's getting really complicated. I mean, that's a lot of extra. I mean, it's so hard to track, man. But the thing is that I'm saying is that, I mean, you need those games where you can kind of turn your brain off. If every time I go into Crucible and it's going to be like, me getting my nuts hit with a mallet. I mean, it's fine for a while, but eventually, yeah, I said, getting hit in the nuts with a mallet is fine for a while. Right.
But eventually I'm going to be like, you know what? This isn't fun anymore. This is too much work.
I disagree, man. I think the most fun is when you all can contribute to the game and your skill level.
But every game though,
that's not going to happen every game.
It is. Every Crucible game is going to be that way.
All right, well, let me ask you a question. You played comp. You played the survival, right? To try to get to Legend. What did you think of that experience?
Fucking grueling.
Really?
Yeah.
I tell you what, when I was playing comp last season, it was like, I would say 75% of the matches, and there were some matches where we just got killed, just got slammed. But 75% of the matches, it would come down to the last round. And the adrenaline's pumping. You're feeling, you're like, oh my God, we can do this. Yeah, let's, okay, think, focus. And yes, you have to focus more. And that was the greatest experience. It was almost addictive. It literally was almost an adrenaline surge that I wanted to keep experiencing. I could see why a lot of people play PvP in the competitive area now. But here's the thing.
So my question real quick here is, so that was last season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or the season before? No, it was last season.
Last season.
Okay. How much Crucible have you done this season?
Not much. I'll tell you why though. It's not because of what Crucible is going on in Crucible. Crucible's a little brutal right now. But if you're a halfway decent player, you're going to have good games and bad games in Crucible. I've just come to know that's what it's just going to be about. But the reason I haven't played a lot of Crucible is not because of the Crucible system right now. It's because I've switched gears and gotten into builds like crazy. I'm starting to really research builds out. That's why I've been so fanatical about materials and stuff, because putting builds together is just like a whole other part of this game that I never really knew about. Even when Stasis came out, I blew that off and said, no, I don't want to know anything about stasis. I'm never going to use it. Now I'm kicking myself because there were some really, and there still is, some really cool stuff to make with stasis. You know about that. But,
yeah, you found out about that in scrims.
Yeah, whatever. But,
and we beat your
damn
Rocker, myself, and Rodimus.
Those damn, what do they call them? The ice turrets?
Yeah.
I was so frustrated, I almost threw my controller.
Yeah, I
was
running Warlock.
Did you play it back?
Yeah, I did. I did play it back.
I was like, fucking gimmicky shit. It's like,
yeah,
I was not happy. I hate being frozen. I hate being frozen where all I can do is just sit there and watch you shoot me. But I mean, there should be a counter to it, you know, but
it was great. I did feel terrible though, for our first game of Elim.
Oh,
at the end, I threw this turret and it was perfect. And Fluffy, it was like I want to say like a 2v1, and it was Fluffy, and he landed right in front of the turret.
Oh,
and he couldn't see it, and he was trying to run away from it, and everywhere he went, the turret just kept shooting him.
Oh, it only takes 3 shots. You're down.
And I could tell he was just tilted.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he really was, but it's easy to be tilted when you're frozen and getting shot by something.
Yeah. It's just gimmicky to me.
So I would have been tilted. I'll say that.
Well, I mean, Fluffy's good at hiding it. He's good at blowing it off, and he doesn't hang on to it like I do sometimes, but that's where he's really improved his game. But I mean, like I said, just getting next to a stasis crystal and having like crazy resilience. I mean, I've seen some of these builds the TDT guys are doing, but yeah, I'm really kicking myself now. I was so caught up in the fact that it took so long to unlock all the stasis for your characters. Thank God it's much easier now, because that's the one thing that turned me off of stasis back in the days, that you had to run a full campaign, like mini story, to unlock all of your stasis crystals and everything. So you can unlock all your, it was grindy. And, it took me well into the next season to finish my other characters, because I just blew it off. I was like, no, I'm not going to worry about my other characters. But now I'm kicking myself because there are so many cool builds, and I used to blow all that off. And now that I'm learning about this whole different part of Destiny, I'm just not focusing on PvP right now. I mean, I play when Iron Banner's around, and, I'll jump in, on scrims and stuff for a lot of fun, but I'm not playing a lot of PvP, mainly because of that whole other part of Destiny that I never knew about. I'm just now discovering. So that's the reason why I'm not playing on Crucible. Yes, I've heard the nightmares about connection-based matchmaking, and I've just learned to deal with it. But I have thoughts too about this, because I know I heard one PvP YouTuber comment on a podcast this week that, well, wait a minute. That means as you get better, you're only going to play more difficult opponents. Well, of course. That's what you want, isn't it? I think what he was trying to get to is that it was going to be I think he was using your tact, that it was so grindy and so sweaty every match that it might have taken the fun out of it. Or like you said, it just wears you down. But here's the thing, Hazel. Go play Clash, or go play the weekly playlist, or go play another playlist in Crucible. Those aren't going to be skill-based match made. They'll be connection-based, just like they are now. Now, if you go play comp, you're going to go back into it again, but I don't know. I think this is fine. And they did say they're going to be adding skill-based, once they hone it here, into the other playlist eventually. So it's coming. We might as well just get used to it and get used to playing with it. But you see, this is the one area I kind of feel bad for the streamers and the YouTubers, and a part of me is like, because they say that 95% of the matchmaking is going to be under 45 minutes. Well, I remember Cammy Cakes playing on PC.
Matchmaking being under 45 minutes.
Under 4 minutes, I meant. Did I say 45? I meant 4 minutes. But about 5%. So what they're saying is 5% might hit that 10-minute window if you're like a really superior player. I remember Cammy Cakes would wait so long. I'd watch his streams, and I would watch him wait so long on his stream to find a match against other players like him. He would go play an aim trainer He would turn off his screen and go show another screen and play an aim trainer while he was waiting to get a match. That's bordering on ridiculous. But what if, I'm probably going to get roasted for this, but what if the streamers actually talk to their community between, you got 10 minutes between games. How about, hey, you guys got any questions about PvP? You got any questions about, what I'm using or anything like that? Because I don't know about you, but when I play Crucible or when I play Gambit, I'm so focused on the game, it's really hard for me to look at the screen and see who's talking to me until after the match is over. So wouldn't that be a missed opportunity there to strengthen your listener base? I'm sure after 5 weeks of doing that, I'm sure it would be draining, but I'm just saying. But, there's people who do weapon testing. There's people who want to test certain things and they want to do it in the wild. They don't want to do it in a private match against buddies who just sit still. And I feel bad for those guys because it's going to limit where they can go to test weapons in the wild. But I don't know.
Well, but it's, I don't know.
And some people, I know there's a lot of people listening to the show that are like, Crucible, I'm out. But you should really pay attention, guys. For people out there who really want to play Crucible, but they're so intimidated and they always get, blown out and run over. It's, it might be the time to jump back in and try it. And, for streamers and content creators out there, isn't a rising tide? Doesn't it raise all boats? Doesn't it only help your viewership? People want to get better in Crucible, so they actually start watching Crucible streamers and start watching videos about things going on in the Crucible instead of just blowing past it. You know what? Before we move from this topic, I had a speak pipe from one of our community members. I wanted to play it for you. Here we go.
Hey guys, Metal Giles here. I have to say, I was delighted when I was reading this week's TWAB. I've been really hoping for Bungie to make some sort of skill-based matchmaking in PvP so that I'd actually feel comfortable to go in and play without getting my behind handed to me every time I go in. To hear that they're actually doing it, and it seems to be doing it in a reasonable manner, is like manna from heaven. I keep seeing on Twitter, however, that the streamers are all mad because Bungie is bringing back skill-based matchmaking, and also about the raid being released the Friday after the season starts instead of on Saturday. But I wholeheartedly applaud Bungie for standing up for their employees and releasing it on Friday and not Saturday so their team can have a life and be at home and get some time off. I know I won't be a day one raider this year because I'm going to be going to a Rammstein concert that's been postponed for the last 2 years.
Nice.
But it just feels to me like all the angst from the streamers is just entitlement. And I just want to be able to tell them to get over themselves and to just play the game that we play for fun. And making the game more accessible to a more casual PvP player like myself should be a win for everybody. So my question for the show is, what do you guys think about the upcoming changes? Anyways, thank you for all you do. Bye.
Yeah, see, I wanted to bring this up now because we're talking about it. And that was my point.
Yeah.
It raises all boats. Why not just deal with it, guys? Now, I get it. I know how content creation is made. I know that when you're getting a brand new hand cannon and you want to show off how great it is, you want to get in a match where there's a bunch of potatoes on the other side that can show how good the gun is and stuff. And it helps, it helps people think the gun's really great and stuff. I get how that's made. They'll stream it all day, and once they find that one lobby that's really good and easy to play against, that's the one they're going to capture and put in the background when they talk about the gun. I get that. I really do. But you'll just have to go play Clash. You'll have to go play one of the other game types if you want to test the weapon out. I just don't know. I think it's just like Metal Giles, and Metal Giles is new to Crucible too. He's been kind of contemplating, even it took him a while to even play scrims. But now he's been jumping into scrims. I think he's getting his confidence. I think he's starting to realize how much fun it is. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, it kind of just proves my point there.
It's one person. No offense to Metal.
I understand.
I mean, I understand his point of view. I definitely do. But I'll be curious how much he sticks with it when every game is him getting hit in the nuts with a mallet.
But that's the point, though. if he's on a 50% win-loss rate, it's only going to happen half the time instead of 90%.
But you're missing what I'm saying, though, man.
Talking about sweaty games?
Exactly. Every game is going to be sweaty.
But isn't that how you improve? I mean, if I'm going to record my gameplay,
that's how you get burnt out, man.
I don't think so. I think if you're getting burnt out playing Crucible the way it's supposed to be played, I think you just need to go take a break. I mean, you need to play maybe 10 games and then just go take a break. I mean, Crucible's intense, man.
That's what I'm saying, but every game should not be that way, though.
And by design, it's not going to be. Like that's why it's 50%.
It is. But I'm saying
yeah, I get your point.
You missed it, man.
No, I didn't miss it. I get your point.
I'm saying you missed it in the TWAB, is what I'm saying.
You wanted it. You wanted it where maybe
what they said in the TWAB.
What did I miss?
Is what I'm saying.
What did I miss?
It because they're talking here about the goals of skill-based matchmaking. Right. So
matchmaking under 40 minutes. Keep mercy games at 5% of matches.
40 minutes. I love
four. I keep saying 40. I mean 4 minutes. That was their goals for skill base.
Exactly. And where's it at here? And they're looking for basically, I think it was like 65% of the matches to go to like less than 10%.
Yes.
Less than 10 points.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that, but I didn't want to get into the weeds.
Way too damn much, man.
I don't think so, man. Those are the best games. The ones that come down to the wire. Those are the best games, man.
No way, man. I think what you're going to find is people are going to drop out. Like at the end of the season, it's only going to be like the hardcore players and nobody else.
It ends up being that way anyway, by the way.
It does.
They're hardcore players because they play all the time. You think it'll happen sooner? I don't know. I think it's going to peak really early and then it's going to drop. I think people are just going to get burnt out, unfortunately. I mean, I think this is a good thing, but I just think we need those matches of just relaxation. I just think that every game can't be trials. Because that's what this is, basically, is everything is going to be trials. Keep in mind it's one game type. It's one playlist. But they did say that they were going to add it to future playlists. You know, how many times has Bungie gone back and forth on this since Destiny 1? I remember it used to be skill-based, and it was connection-based, and they went back to skill-based. It's almost like a cycle.
Well, and I mean, it's all based on player count, basically.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's, being brutally honest, that's all it is. And now, I mean, I think they're looking for a way to boost that player count, so they're making it skill-based so they can keep the players like you satisfied. To see
I'm going to have fun either way.
But so says the guy who struggled to do how many matches of?
Look,
you haven't hit 25 yet.
Gambit. I went the Gambit route.
You did 25 games of Gambit?
I did 16 games of Gambit. I still have 8 more to go, or 9 more to go to finish it.
Okay. So you did 16 games. So you haven't done any Crucible.
No, I'm probably going to. I'm probably going to do 9 to finish it out. Yeah.
But did you hear what I said though?
Yeah, it's not, but you're missing the point. I'm not stopping playing Crucible because of the system right now. I've just gotten used to the system, the connection-based matchmaking. I'll admit,
but it's not as important to you, is what I'm saying.
Well,
because before you were all about Crucible. Before that was your bread and butter. I understand that you're into builds and things like that, but you can take builds into Crucible.
Yeah, I do. I have builds for Crucible too, and I bring them in. But it's been all about Iron Banner. Has been the times that I've really jumped in. But I mean, I play Crucible. I'm just not playing as much as I used to. But
I'm just saying that you haven't played in the past 2 weeks, basically Crucible.
But I'm a rare breed. It's not about being frustrated with getting slammed and all that, because I win about 50% of my games. If you look at my stats, I win about 50% of my games lifetime. I'm going to have good games. I'm going to have bad games. But with this, it reminds me of comp and how comp games came down to that last match. And yes, it was it was mentally draining to play comp because it was intense. It's high level. But
how many games of comp did you play in a row?
10, maybe 12 one day. I do it in the morning while I'm fresh. I have a fresh cup of coffee. My mind's sharp before I go to work and stuff. Because then if I get frustrated, I can just go out in the sun and blow it off. But yeah.
Yeah. And I guess that's what I'm saying is that, I mean, it just seems like a lot.
We'll just have to see how it plays out. Bungie has done this in the past. They keep going back and forth. They'll get enough, content creators complaining about the skill-based matchmaking, and then they'll find, everyone's going to get tired of Crucible eventually, except the hardcores who that's all they play. That's going to end up regardless. But how quickly? Yeah, you might be right. People may drop out quick, but I don't think so. I think, if anything, this might be a good time for people who have been sitting on the sideline, jumping in and actually having a chance to be competitive when they play. Instead of
I agree. I mean,
run over.
I think it'll be good for them for a while. And then I think that they'll, unfortunately drop out because I think it's just going to be too much.
It's possible.
Hassle.
It doesn't matter what skill based or connection based. I'm still emotionally drained after I play a long night of Crucible, because it's just an intense game for me. I have to focus. I'm old. I have to really focus on what I'm doing in a game. My game sense is on overdrive. I have to know exactly who's coming around the bend. I need to know where the spawns are. I can get into the weeds on that, but it's I don't know. I'm glad they're trying something at least. But the elephant in the room here, Hazel, is we've gotten one map in what? 3 years for Crucible? We need more.
We're getting another one.
Well, reprised map maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a reprised one.
Yeah. So it'd be nice to have some new maps, but I still think.
What are you bitching about?
I still think they're not doing a whole lot in Crucible because they're going to have a Crucible game come out in the future. I really do. I think they're keeping everyone somewhat happy in Crucible right now, but I think they realize, and they have other people working on another game. It may be Matter. Everyone says it might be Matter. I don't know, but we'll see.
I saw a couple things this week about it, and I'm like, I don't care. I really don't. I don't know.
Oh, I'll be there. If it's a competitive shooter, I'll be doing it. I'll at least be dabbling in it. But I'm always going to come back to Destiny, man. Destiny is just...
Yeah, me personally, I'd much rather just play Destiny,
I just play Destiny. Yeah, that's exactly it. All right. Well, I said my piece. Was there anything else you wanted to mention before we go?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
All right. Now I need a break. I need some nice community questions to kind of to cleanse the palate here. Let's do that. We'll be right back, gang. Hey, Guardians. Would you like to send a question for the show to us? There are 4 easy ways to do it.
First, join our Discord server. There's a join link in our show notes. We have some great gamers in there, and you can just lurk or hang out and jump right in and talk to us, whatever you'd like to do. There's also a channel labeled Podcast Questions where you can type in your question for the show.
You can also email us at guardiandowncast@gmail.com, or we also occasionally tweet about our upcoming show and guest, and you can respond there with your question at guardian_D_cast is our Twitter handle.
Finally, you can send us a voicemail with your questions at speakpipe.com/guardiandowncast, all one word, and we'll play it live on the show.
Thanks to all of you out there who do listen to our show. And Toddles.
And later, Guardian.
Hey, man. That's my line.
What?
Yeah.
Says who?
It's in the script. It's my line. Let's do some community questions. And of course, I'm going to start off with our speak pipes. We have some for this week. And by the way, if you do want to send us a speak pipe, just go to speakpipe.com/guardiandowncast. Or you know what? There's a link right there in the show notes in your app right there. Click that. And you can immediately send a message to us. It's that easy. And let's start out with good old Rodimus. Yeah.
Have you ever gone into a store and too embarrassed to ask for help because what you're trying to buy could be very embarrassing? Well, I just helped a couple who really didn't want to tell me what they needed, but they were looking for some hardware. At the end of the day, they couldn't really find what they're looking for. Finally, they just came up to me and said, we're looking for something to hang from our ceiling in our bedroom. We want to attach something to it. But they were very embarrassed. They were in beet red. I said, oh, you're just looking for an eye bolt that can hook into your stud in your ceiling. Anyways, have you ever gone shopping for something embarrassing but too afraid to ask a question? Anyways, toodles.
The great life of Rodimus Prime, our Prime Daddy, as I refer to him. What do you think, Hazel? Anything like that?
Sorry for laughing like that, though. Just because I just laughed mainly at the eye bolt into the stud.
Yeah, I got that too.
Yeah. Have I had anything like that?
Yeah, I'm thinking too.
Oh, well, I mean, hell, who hasn't? I mean, when you're, whatever age and you go buy condoms for the first time. Oh,
yeah, that was grueling.
There's no worse feeling than that, You're like all ashamed and everything else. You're like, it's like you're wearing like a trench coat and a hat and everything. Sliding it across the table.
Oh, that was you in Walmart? Holy shit. Oh, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's the most recent time I can remember, and then I just have no shame now. So
yeah, I'm just old and don't care. Yeah. Yeah, I second that. That's about when I was, I can't think of anything. Yeah, I think he just wanted to share that story because it's funny as hell. Okay.
Yeah.
Uncle Scumdeath has a question. Good story. Yeah, it was. Like I said, I live vicariously through Uncle Scumdeath and through Rodimus Prime. Okay. One from Uncle Scumdeath.
Hello, Scumdeath here. Question for the show. The stepkids have been playing Grand Theft Auto on my PlayStation for the last 2 or 3 days. I don't know why they haven't been playing it. They haven't played it for years and years, but never mind. One of them is Mia's 19, Caden's 16 or 17, something. I don't know. But the wire I use to charge my controller from my PlayStation, and it also charges my tablet and all my other devices. Solid lead. It comes with my PSVR. I know it's from my PSVR because it's got a tag on it. So it's been stuck in my PlayStation for as long as I can remember. So I went to grab the PlayStation yesterday, and there's a different lead sticking out of the PlayStation, and my VR one has disappeared. So he asked me, I said, oh, have you swapped the lead over? Have you had a sticking out of the PlayStation? She's like, no, I haven't touched it. No, not at all. I'm like, oh, must be Caden. So I saw Caden, and then I said, oh, have you changed the lead over in the PlayStation? Have you? Like, cause that's my VR lead in there. He's like, no, wasn't me. I had no idea. And bearing in mind, no one else lives in the house apart from the missus, and there's no way she'd go anywhere near the, PlayStation. So my lead has disappeared. It's been replaced by a different lead, which is not as bloody good. So, and no one knows where it went or who for it. I'll tell you what, really pissed me off. I want to know where that lead is. Hayden's like, yeah, I know what lead it is. I know what it looks like. I'm like, where the fuck is it? I don't know. And he's like, no, I haven't touched it. It's like, get fucked. Really done my head in. Fucking pissed me off. So anyway, my question for the show is, when was the last time your kids nicked something off you or did something and went, no, it wasn't me. No, I haven't got a clue. Must be him. Must be her. No. Anyway, love you all. Stay safe. Goodbye.
Every day. My kids don't live far from me. And my son, Cam the Jellyman, I know you're taking my protein shakes. I know you are. They're in the garage. I buy them in bulk. because we're lifting weights now, and I'll go and I'll come home and there's one missing. I'm like, I count these, right? Wasn't me. I don't know where it went. Wasn't me. Maybe you put it in the fridge to cool it. I'm like, no. Yeah. And I'll come home and my I've got one of these standing mechanics toolboxes that has rollers and stuff. I'll come home and all the drawers are all mismangled and opened up and stuff. I'm like, all right, who is going through my toolbox? Cause that will get me irate. Cause when I need a tool, I need a tool. And by the way, Uncle Scumdeath, it's under the sofa cushion, dude. That's where they just throw it under, they throw it in the sofa and it just gets lost in the cushions. That's probably where it is. Kids just don't care, man. What about you, Hazel? Allie stealing stuff?
No, she's not stealing stuff. She's just like trying to gaslight me, almost like you.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, she's just this master, like, gaslighting person right now. And it's like the craziest thing. It's like she'll just like tell you these things and she'll do something and she'll be like, I didn't do that. And I was like, I sat right here and fucking watched you. She's like, you did that, Dad. I'm like, what? No. Like, where did this behavior come from?
Points awarded, Allie. Addie. Sorry. I'll call her Allie. Points awarded. Good job.
But yeah, I'm just completely just over this. And like Tasha, she's like, where the hell did she learn this bullshit? And I'm like, I don't know.
Right.
I was like, that's my question completely.
Yeah. I just look around nervously. Okay. Thanks, Uncle Scumdeath. We have one here from Mo. Buckle up. Here we go.
Whee!
Question for the show. I've asked this before, and maybe I've not even asked this. Maybe I've just sent the meme that I made about Destiny and the ever-evolving, ever-increasing currencies. It's like, let me go check the solstice stuff right now. Obviously now you can't see it because it's fucking event stuff, but silver leaves, silver ash. Then you have small kindling, large kindling, glowing ember, shining ember, some other shit, some other shit, event card, upgrade the event card. That's just that. This is for this season. Who knows what the fuck we're getting next season. On top of all that, I have so much other shit in the inventory that I don't even need. Phantasmal cores. I promise you I am not trying to get another Lectin enchantment weapon. Hymn of Desecration. If I'm running Pit of Heresy, it's because I want to beat the boss to get some armor or to just get the pinnacle. It ain't to get a fucking bolt rifle. Although, to be fair, that's a me problem. I understand people, other parts of the game want to do their own stuff. It's cool. I'm just saying there's a lot of currencies. You have all the planetary materials, which I assume one day they're going to narrate down and put it into a little level up system. But, the Rainmakers, they still exist. Psychogenic intel, like, go away. I mean, okay, fair enough, yeah. It's needed, whatever. People missed out. They need to get their stuff, season, quests, bounties, triumphs, who knows what. Just saying, there's a lot of that. And then on top of that, all the transmat effects. You're clogging up all my space. Yes, I could delete them, but that's not the point I'm trying to make. I'm trying to be a whiny little Mo. Let me whine in peace. Okay? Before you try and be smart ass with your response. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of currencies in the game. Yes, in 20 days or whenever this event ends, it's gone. Oh, what was your complaints now, Mo? It's gone. But then next season, we're going to have more new stuff. I don't know. I feel like we could do with some simplification. Jesus.
Words are hard.
Fading. Turning it together. But even worse, slurring speech. I don't know how to speak. But yeah, question for the show. Do you feel like there's too many currencies in the game? Do you feel like it's overwhelming? Do you feel like there's too much? Or am I just speaking out of pocket? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a piece of shit. My brain ain't working. I need to take a lie down. just let me know. Any suggestions? Appreciated. But yeah, cheers.
Yeah, not only are there too many currencies, but let me tell you, Mo, getting those currencies, I won't go down that road. Of course there's too many currencies. It's too confusing. You imagine how we're confused about it? We were trying to explain the currencies last week when RNG Gatr was here. I was like, man, and before with Hades, and we're like, if we can't even explain it, how is a new player supposed to understand this stuff? I don't know. It's just the way Destiny does things. You agree, Hazel?
Not exactly, no.
Hmm?
I mean, I've got a question for Mo more than anything. I mean, you can answer this too, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But he was talking about the what was it? The page where you have your the ghost shells, or not ghost shells.
Are you talking about the projections?
Inventory, yeah, the projections and that kind of thing.
Right.
And transmat effects.
Transmat effects. The projections you can unlock and it gets stored away. You don't have to keep those in your inventory.
Yeah.
They unlock.
Right. And then you can just pull them whenever you want.
Yeah. Out of collections.
But how many things do you have under, that's called modifications, that area? How many things do you have in there?
I got them up. Let's take a look. Let's take a look here, folks. Modifications. I'm not in game, so I can't look at that exactly, but I can tell you, I think it shows it in dim. Yeah. Only thing I have is, I've got the sweaty confetti weapon mod still, because I can't get rid of that. There may be times I'll have fun with it. Yeah, I got to keep that. And all the rest are just, transmat effects. All my projections I have unlocked. So I think I have, 28, 29 transmat effects. And a couple of them are duplicates. So yeah, that's all I got in my, that area. Wow. What's yours?
28. Okay.
Yeah. Something like
I'm
that.
at 17.
Pretty average.
And it's, yeah, exactly. It's like, I mean, I have 3 like weapon ornaments for exotics because I haven't pulled them yet. The others are transmat effects, sweaty confetti, and a transcendent blessing that I got somewhere somehow. So.
Oh yeah, from the Dreaming City. Remember that currency. Yeah.
And then how many consumables do you have out of 50?
It's a lot less than it used to be. 28, 29 plus the 30 if you include the relic tether. Tells you how much resonant elements you got.
Well, that counts. Yeah.
Yeah, that's 30 of the 50.
30 of the 50?
Mm-hmm. Did you say there's 50 slots?
Yeah.
Yeah, 30 of them. Yeah, I got materials. I've got, enhancement cores, all that stuff we talked about. You've got the Risen Umbral Energy for last season, and you got the Opulent Umbral Energy for this season to unlock the trees, which I haven't done completely. You remember the tinctures? I got 5 of those.
Yeah,
I
still have,
200 dark fragments. Yeah. I don't know when I'll use those again, but I have used the Rainmaker consumable. It actually works a lot more frequently than it used to. I use it when I'm low on glimmer and I'm doing patrols or something. It just might as well put it on. But you get 4 hours. I have 492 of them. I don't think I'm going to lose them. I don't think I'm going to use them all up. Where are you at?
Okay. Yeah, I have 47 of 50.
Damn. What do you got in there?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, Mo, I do have the psychogenic intel
memento.
Too. Uh-huh.
I have a bolt for the synth cord. I don't know.
Synth cord?
Who the hell that goes to?
I think that was 3 seasons.
For transmog.
Oh, okay.
I'm sitting on 4 strange coins randomly. I've got some EDZ tokens, etheric spiral.
Get rid of those EDZ tokens, dude.
Yeah. No, I cash them in, man.
Yeah, you can.
They're more than the dust shards.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some small rice cakes. I have a lost ghost trace. I have 24 of those pieces.
Get rid of all that stuff.
I don't even know what the hell.
I got rid of all that stuff. I was never going to play that game. Get those baubles or whatever it was on the moon. Nah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what any of that shit is. And then I'm sitting on 3 Forsaken Ciphers, an Exotic Cipher, and Ascendant, 5 Ascendant Alloys.
Yeah, I'm at 2 now.
Yeah, speaking of that, I need to go to the Throne World and the Enclave so I finally hit rank 20 on my Glaive.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
So.
Craft that shit. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm glad you brought that up, because while you're doing that crafting, someone asked me a question a long time ago, what it takes to craft a weapon. And just as a PSA, I'm just going to tell you what it costs to craft a weapon.
Video.
No, seriously. You have to unlock it once at level 1 and that basic thing, 5 resonant alloys, 10,000 glimmer, and 750 resonant. So yeah, am I saying this right? Resonant elements. Yeah. That will basically unlock the weapon. And then you got to go kill stuff with it, which is fun. I enjoy doing it. And then once you reach a certain level, it's, I think, 17 to 20 it just depends on the weapon and what level unlocks all the enhanced perks. Once you go in to recraft it, which is probably what you're doing right now, it's going to cost you 20 resonant alloys, 40,000 glimmer, 12 enhancement cores, plus 75 elements per regular perk. Your enhanced perks, you're going to need 1 ascendant alloy and 2,000 resonant elements for each enhanced perk. So that's 4,000 elements and 2 alloys. And anytime you want to switch out an enhanced perk, I did that one time, you got to pay the 2,000 resonant elements and 1 ascendant alloy every time you do that.
Yeah, FYI, not worth it.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. That's why I was bitching and moaning about the red bar weapons. That's another issue.
Yeah, still not worth it.
It's fun crafting weapons, though. You don't have to worry about god rolls. You make your own god roll. Anyway. While you were doing that. Okay. Let's move on to another. Oh, I got a speak pipe here from 21 Cabbage. You know this guy's from Holland? This is so cool, man. Yeah. I like this guy.
I know. He's in a band, too.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Hey, guys. 21 Cabbage here. Question for the show. I am almost certain that Savala is gonna die. Just with the amount of backstory we're getting, with the story of his wife and son, and how much he's getting more to the forefront of all the seasonal stories. Yeah, I think he's done for. Yes, he's starting to get a quote-unquote relationship with Kyle, of course, which is maybe something, maybe she betrays him. Stabs him in the back with a big Cabal blade. Would be kind of cool. Yeah, let me know what you guys think, because it seems too obvious, I know. But, yeah. Have a good one. Love the show. Speak to you later.
Thanks, 21 Cabbage. Appreciate the question. Oh, man, I need Not Our Fear.
No way.
I don't know about it. That's a stretch.
Yeah, if anything, those two are going to get, like, married or hook up or something. Oh,
God. Little Zavala babies.
Dude.
I want to see how that works physically.
Dude, I don't want to see that.
That is one big woman, female lady. I mean, literally, she's like 10 feet tall.
Yeah. No, that's definitely not going to happen. They're kind of like shipping them. So I'm kind of digging it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rooting for him. We don't have any like romance stuff.
Not really. Not really.
So I mean, well, I guess we have Saint and Osiris.
Oh yeah,
that's
true. Osiris even alive still?
Cool.
I don't even know if Osiris is even still here.
Dude, too soon.
Sorry, my bad. Thanks, 21 Cabbage. Thanks for that question. All right, moving along here. Hammer Crasher has a rant. So let's see what he's ranting about.
Hey guys, Hammer Crasher 32 here. It's not so much a question, more of a rant. So I was doing my weekly challenges and solstice challenges and all that crap, and I would finish a activity, and then I would try to go and see what I had done or what I needed to go do next. And as soon as I got to the page where I wanted to see something, it would kick me out of that back to the home screen. And that happened 6 times in a row, just trying to see what I needed to do. It was getting frustrating. They need to fix that. Anywho, does that piss anybody else off?
Thanks, Amber Crasher. Get on it, Bungie. Come on. I don't know. I don't know if I experienced this or not. Did you experience this in any?
I don't think so.
I'm trying to think of the context he's talking about here. And he's going to his menu, and it's kicking him out of the... Well, he said his piece. We'll see if Bungie listens.
He goes into his menu? I mean, I've had it where the game just randomly closes.
Yeah, that's happened before. Or I get kicked from the tower. Sometimes that happens too.
Yeah.
I don't know. It hasn't happened to me. Okay. We got one from Miner.
Dudes, this is Miner. All right, I'm listening to the Guardian Downcast show playlist. Started listening to it the other day when I was driving back from Seattle, and just came across a friggin' gem. Who put the Macho Man Randy Savage song in there? That was amazing.
Oh, God.
Absolutely loved it. I mean, it's a heartfelt song for sure, but Macho Man singing a song, that is probably both the worst and best song I've ever heard in my life. Had me laughing my ass off. Later, guys.
Later, Miner. Yeah, that was...
You're a week late.
You're a week late. That's tradition, isn't it? I think all the podcasts from the past keep passing that song around. All right, it was either RNG Gatr, Admiral Nips, or FUD. Who did it? You remember?
Yeah, I do remember. Damn, man. Yes, that was RNG Gatr with help from Nips.
Of course it was. Yeah, I remember it was... I remember Dad's Tales had it in theirs, and then the Potato Thumbs podcast had it in their playlist. I guess it was our turn, right? Time to pass the buck to us. Yeah.
I don't think they had that same song.
No? He had more than one song? Oh, God.
He had an album.
Oh, God. My God. Shit. I don't want to know. Ignorance is bliss. Oh, geez. Yeah, that's where it's from, Miner. All right.
I'm sure somebody will want to add more.
Oh, don't start, man. I want quality music in there.
That ship sailed.
I know. It's doomed. Okay, I'm looking at the clock here. I want him to get, we'll get one more from Rodimus and one more from Mo. And then we'll call
How many more do we have?
Oh, you don't want to know. You don't want to know.
Oh my God.
I was just saying I'm collecting them like we are questions in our podcast channel. Yeah. Man. Let's go with this one from Rodimus.
I know in the past you said that Florida drivers are the worst, but I tend to disagree. I think people from Detroit are probably the worst drivers of them all out there. Today, I got flicked off by someone because I honked my horn because they were going too damn fucking slow on this freeway. It is 70 miles an hour, and they were going 55, and they didn't want to move, but the other lanes were closed, so I kind of honked, and they flicked me off. So I got up next to them, I blew them a kiss to say, oh, thank you for the middle finger. I know I'm number one. So, but what makes you think that Florida's a worse state than Michigan to drive in?
I've driven in the north. I mean, Indianapolis is divine. I feel like I've a flashback to the 50s when I'm driving up there. Everyone's so nice and mannerly. Florida, okay, let me paint you a picture, Rodimus. You got the blue hairs, the retirees, they're down here. They don't care. They've lived their life, and if they're going, they're going. That's why I quit riding my motorcycle down here. Then you have the folks that come from the South. This can be either Mexico, Puerto Rico, Cuba, you name it. Those fine folks live in Florida. And then you have the rednecks with their big giant trucks and, big giant wheels, and their trucks can basically ride over your truck, over your car. And then you have, me. I'm out there driving. I'm trying to anyway. I don't know what you call me. I guess I'm the old fart that drives the speed limit now. I'm not in so much of a hurry, so I'm always bitching and moaning why everybody's in such a damn hurry. You got the soccer moms. You got the soccer moms that are in the big giant Porsche SUVs that are hauling ass because their kids got to be at the next event in the next 5 minutes, or their coach is going to look at them weird. Geez, where else? I mean, we have so many people in the state of Florida. It's just a melting pot of drivers, and everyone has their own habits. One time I had someone bump me in the back, just bump me in the bumper. I mean, I was at a stoplight and they just went bam. And, you know, usually that's when you get out of the car and go, "Oh, I'm so sorry, man. Is your trunk fixed? Is everything good?" No, he just sat there in the car, like stared at forward. So I got out of the car and I'm like, dude, what's up? You know? And I looked at the bumper and it was no big deal. And the guy, I don't know if he didn't speak English or what, but he just felt like that was the way things are done in Florida. So I was like, okay, nothing's hurt here. So screw it. I'm not going to go through this. So, but I'm sure his driving career is not going to last long if he does that every stoplight. You know, anyway, that's why Rodimus, that's why Florida's worse than Detroit.
Thanks for that rant.
Feels good. Feels good.
For one of us, anyway.
Are you talking about Rodimus? Oh, me. Okay. All right. Let's go with, Mo has a couple here. Let's go with, no, I'm not going there. I'll go with this one. Let's go with this one.
Hey, Gatr, you know, early on when you were talking about an intervention and a completely unrelated note, you need an intervention. Either you do or Hazel does, or maybe even Brittany does. Hey, I'm not trying to call anyone out, especially Brittany. I can give shit to Hazel and Gatr. Probably not so much Hazel. I don't want to give shit to community members that I don't know well, because then they're gonna call, you know, everyone's common lawyer friend, and you can sue me, but you probably get peanuts back in return. We don't want that. All right. Anyways, why did I even start making this speak crap? Oh yeah, just remembered. Gatr, you need intervention. Either Gatr or Hazel, one of you two. 49 channels. 49! Almost on a half century if you're playing cricket. Relax. Are you, like... Listen, right? Maybe I'm just channeling some Lana energy right now. It's fine. You guys do what you want. It's your Discord. I spend, like, more or less most of my time here anyway, shading hosts on, well, shading one host on show segment feedback, but that's not what we're talking about here. I kind of like that you have certain sections for each certain thing I may want to talk about. I don't know. It's just, sometimes I just open up GDC and it's like, oh, here's like a channel I didn't see before, and it's like, I don't know if I have the energy to scroll down and read through what this chat is about. But then again, hey, that's a me problem, right?
It is a
I
me
need to
problem.
just sort it out. Hey, maybe speak pipes are good. Maybe I just get things off my chest and then I realize, maybe I'm the problem and it's not the Discord. I don't know. Food for thought, right? Food for thought. Maybe a good shower thought to have next time. Anyways, never mind. This wasn't even a question. Was it? I don't know. It's been so long. I don't even know if it was a question. I'm rambling. You guys probably regret the fact that now you have speak pipes and you're getting me coming in, not actually asking questions. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. I apologize for being a waste of time. Goodbye.
It's been the rant show tonight, hasn't it, man?
I guess, yeah. Well, he did ask a question.
Yeah.
He'd asked two, actually.
Yeah, what did he
pick
ask?
up on those?
I didn't remember what he say. I fell asleep, I think, halfway through.
Oh, ouch. Damn.
I'm
No
just
wonder
kidding,
you roast your
I
ass.
love
You
you, man.
fucking deserve it.
Nah. No, what's the question?
Yeah, he asked, was he ranting? I would say maybe.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I think so.
Yeah. And then the other one was this going on too long? And I'd say, yeah,
I think he's pushing it. You only get 5 minutes. I mean, I think he took 3 minutes and 80 seconds or something. I don't know. Give me
3 minutes and 80 seconds.
4 minutes. All right. 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
You're good with that time.
Numbers are hard, man. Don't give me a hard time, right? Mo, I don't see any problem here, man. I don't know. I think it's just you. Yeah, we'll leave it at there. All right, Hazel.
Yeah, we'll add a channel to find out.
Hey, you know what? we got a little bit of time left. Let's jump in and answer some questions. Let's hopefully find some Destiny questions. All right. I'm going to pull some up here. Why don't like we talked about, you work from the thumbs up and I'll work from the pinned ones. I'll try to answer some of the old ones here. Especially Destiny related ones. Cause this is a Destiny podcast. Last time I checked. You got one there? All right. I got one here from Rodimus. Imagine that. Rodimus' question. What do you think the Easter egg is in Destiny 2 that Bungie confirms that it exists, teasing its next game? You know, like they did in Halo. Yeah, the Traveler on the poster on Halo. Do you think there's going to be an Easter egg in the game? Talking about the next game, maybe matter?
There already is one.
What is it?
I don't know.
Oh.
Nobody knows what the hell it is.
Oh, so he's asking, where do you think it is? Or what do you think it is? Oh, sorry. Words are hard.
Jesus.
I don't know, man.
You're making me fade.
No. When we visited Mara in the Dreaming City, when I think we were fighting Savathun last season. Is that right? No, 2 seasons ago. I'm lost. I played a lot of Destiny.
Just stop.
There was an egg. Remember there was an egg in the jail, like a barred room with an egg? An Ahamkar in it? I swear that was going to be something. And it never ended up being anything.
No.
So what do you think? What do you think it's going to be? Do you have any idea?
What the shit is?
The Easter egg, yeah, that's what he's asking.
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
If I knew, then I'd be,
hey,
making a lot of more money than fucking what I make now.
Question asked, question answered. There you go. All right.
You're welcome, Rodimus.
There you go.
Anything I can do to help, let me know.
Absolutely. You got one there?
I do. So this person is name changes are us prime. Question for the show. In all caps. Why do you keep asking for speak pipes when you can't play all of them? Sorry, not sorry for caps. LOL. Okay, moving on to another question.
Next question. Yeah, go. You got it. Go ahead.
Question for the hosts. Whose idea was it to have Hades and Brittany on the same weekend from Hades?
Well, we explained that last week is because you were out of town last week and we recorded back-to-back shows so you fine listeners out there didn't skip a week.
And chaos.
Yes, it would have been chaos. Good answer. All right, speaking of Hades, I got a question here. Question for the show. Do you think the storm grenade is going to be shite, but have a warlock aspect that makes it Zeus Thunderbolt Strike? I would not put it past Bungie. What do you think, Hazel?
They better.
They would better
make
so
the
great.
storm grenade something great.
They already buffed it a little bit. I've gotten killed by it in Crucible. It can happen.
They need to make it great. Make storm grenades great.
Right. Okay.
I think that's the sentence.
Make storm grenades great again. Got it. I'll put that on t-shirt.
Hades, how many questions do you think you can answer in a week? Not enough.
Not enough. Never enough. I got one from Drafty. At Gatr, I now have 2 clears of Deepstone Crypt. How many more do I need until it's fair to complain that the exotic does not drop for me? Well, Drafty, it took me 12 times to get my Eyes of Tomorrow. That's the rocket launcher. So I would say 12 times. Then Bungie will hear you and they'll drop it for you. Or you can have Hazel get it in 5 and shoot it at your feet after the raid ends.
And 6, actually.
No one wants to know. No one cares.
Okay. All right. Question from Ronan Red Lion. Question for the show. Inverted y-axis or no? And why is the opposite setting completely and utterly wrong?
I've never used inverted. Have you?
It depends. If I'm playing like a flight game.
Well, yeah, that's different.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. I will switch it over. If I'm flying a plane in a Battlefield or something, yeah, I'll switch it over.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
But I think it's wrong because it's just a nightmare to deal with.
Yeah. I'm going to keep them going here. I'm looking at the clock. This is from Mr. Monkey, not Kill a Monkey. Mr. Monkey, the one with the monocle. Question for the show. Ahead of the showcase, which is August 23rd, what are your predictions for next season? I think after 2 Cabal, Crow, Keitel heavy seasons, we are going to get Vex, Rasputin, and Europa focused season, with the season ending with Aramis being freed. Oh, yeah, she's still frozen. Ooh, that's a great question. What do you think, Hazel? You got any speculation? Are you not drunk enough?
That Aramis. I'm not actually. I'm actually trying to be sober for this episode.
It's a weird feeling. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's one word for it. I feel like I'm missing out on something for sure. Okay. But, yeah, I've heard rumors that, Aramis is supposed to be coming back.
Really?
So, yeah, because it's one of the, what is it? Like,
is it a lore reading?
One of the
lore entries?
One of the prophecies, I think. From, what's her name? Savathun.
Okay. You know,
because she does the 2 truths and a lie, and I guess that it's more than just the one.
That was so great. I love those things. I played them every week. It was so cool. When I first heard it the first time, I was like, whoa, what? Wow. Okay. You know what? For the first time, Mr. Monkey, I want to be surprised. I'm not going to speculate anything. I want to be surprised for a change. And I just love how Bungie has said, you know what? Showcase is on August 23rd. You'll hear everything about the new season then. I'm with our other plans too, hopefully a Vidoc. And then right after that, jump in and play the new season. I like that. I'm looking forward to that.
I don't know.
That's just my way of saying no clue.
I'm kind of getting over it, personally.
Why? You like it when they paint a picture and tell you what's coming on the next season, like way in advance, like they used to?
You are aware that there is like a happy medium between the two, right?
I guess. Well, what would you say is a happy medium then? Like a week before?
No, what I'm saying is that the happy medium is actually like, they tell us like something like, hey, we don't need to know everything.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Like you can tell us like maybe what the words are for arc. I mean, stuff like that. But I mean, I'm not going to be like Paul Tassi and be like, nah, it's horrible.
You do really not like that guy, do you?
No, I do. I think he does a lot of stuff. I just think that he's a little blinded right now because he's having like a content drought because he doesn't have anything to talk about.
Yeah, he was talking on Destiny Destiny Community Podcast. He was on last week. He was talking about how many stories he has to write a week and daily about Destiny. Yeah, I could see that happening, man. If that's your job, you have to come up with content. But, I like the guy because he's a fan of the game. He plays the game a lot like I do, more than I do. And I don't know, I like it. I usually like his input. So I think the last story he had was the fact that Bungie's getting more tight-lipped because of the death threats and stuff they were getting.
Yeah. But also, I mean, he did say that, today I watched a video from him where he was like talking about basically the same thing he talked about last season when Bungie didn't release anything like early. They were like,
right.
He's like, hey, I need content. But he never said it in terms of I need content. He said it in terms of basically like, hey, Bungie needs to do this because, there's no sense in holding on to this like information. And I'm like it's their game. They can do what they want.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It's like Christmas now. I just like being surprised. Because I love the seasonal model. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. I love having stuff to do every 3 or 4 months. It's great. Versus content droughts.
It's not that. I mean, that's not the issue.
No, I was just adding that. I wasn't arguing with you on that one. I was just adding a little bit extra. Ooh, this is a great question from Shadow Soldier. What's up, Shadow? Question for the show: what is your highest kill count weapon for Crucible, and what loadout do you use for it? Also, same question, but for PvE. Well, let's jump into. Can I look in Dim? Will that Dim tell me?
That's probably going to be better asked for
Charlemagne. Oh, I can already tell you mine. I don't even have to look it up. I know what mine is for Crucible and PvE. It's Telesto. I think I've got 40,000 kills on it total. 30,000 of them are from PvE and 10,000 are from PvP. But I have to admit, I haven't used Telesto in a long time lately. But I've got so many kills with that weapon. I got so good at using it that it was like all I used. It was so great. It got rid of all the shotgunners. They just run over the bolts. Yeah, that's mine. You have any idea?
Yeah, I just pulled it up here.
And it's a Voidwalker, by the way, is my build. I set up.
Okay. Holy shit.
Glaive,
okay.
Right?
No, my name's not Monkey.
Oh, that's right.
But oddly enough, it's the same weapon.
The Telesto?
Or both. No.
Oh,
dickhead.
Shit.
No, it's actually weird. The origin story.
Oh, you like those auto rifles, man. It's a good one. It's not bad. It's a 600, right? Or is it a 450? I think it's a 600. It's a steady rifle, man. It's one of the precision rifles. It's pretty durable.
Yeah. And then after that, I'm pretty much very promiscuous when it comes to my weapons.
I am too. I try a lot of different things. It's usually a pulse rifle though, of some type.
Yeah, I just don't see I don't know. I don't play with like certain weapons that often, you know? It's just,
yeah.
I mean, I don't hold on to one and use it forever. I just use different things.
I just like trying new stuff. First thing I do, get a new weapon. Let's go see how it kills things in PvE and PvP.
Yeah.
You got another one there? I'm looking at the clock. I'd say we probably got one more each.
All right.
All right, maybe a couple more each if they're quick.
Why do people shoot their own enemy or their own team at the start of a trials round? It makes me want to watch them die from Hades.
Yeah, I've seen that too. Usually it's on the other team. It's usually because the other player isn't communicating or isn't doing what the other player wants. Apparently, the player shooting the other player is not happy with their performance and is directing them politely. I'm saying that very facetiously. They're just being dicks. Yeah. Basically. Yeah, I see it all the time, though. Like they're mad at the last round. They screwed up or something. They died. How dare them? It's happened to me a few times, too. It happens to me, too.
Yeah. All right. Another question real quick here.
Mm-hmm.
From Chubby Wizard 2.0.
Oh, nice.
Do you guys think we will ever get a new speaker? If so, who do you think it will be? The obvious choice is Osiris. But I think it would be cool if it was someone not so obvious, like Mithrax. Thanks. Love the show, and keep up the great work.
It'd be really tough to put a speaker mask on Mithrax. He's got a big head. I know. I'm just being a smartass. Who do you think, Hazel? I think about this. Speaker.
I think it needs to be Crow.
Oh God! Don't mention him again.
I think all things need to be Crow.
You just do that to
Hunter,
piss me off. I
Titan, swear. Warlock, Vanguard.
What?
Shax. He needs to retire Shax. He just needs to be put in all the places.
Oh, now I know you're messing with me.
No, I'm serious.
Okay. Next question. From some guy named Hazel Loves the Pacific Northwest. Question for the show. What the fuck is happening to this channel? I don't know. Ask Brittany. Next question. No, I'm not throwing her under the bus. I told her to clean it up a little bit. And we got a good system now. We're going to talk to our mods and explain how we're going to do things. And that way we're not so unorganized in this channel.
We're still not going to answer all the questions. But we'll make an effort.
We'll make an effort. Exactly. One more for you, one more for me. I'll take us out.
All right. It's fun while I'm looking for one particular type of question, like a Destiny question. I see other questions and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to ask that one.
It's funny you should say that. I'm doing the same thing right now, reading over questions. I'm like, no, that's not one I want to go out on.
Well, no, it's not even that. There's one where somebody's giving me shit, and I'm like, no,
I
don't have to ask that.
Don't have to ask it.
I'm looking for a Destiny one. I love you though. All right, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good one.
All right,
Decalon. Bungie gives you 1 day to equip an exotic in every slot. What are you going with? Since I'm a Sparky Warlock boy, I'd go with Crown of Tempest, Necrotic Grip, Storm Dancer's Brace, Transversive Steps, and for the weapons, Witherhoard, Le Monarch, and Anarchy, all for the tick damage. That's fucking dirty.
Nasty. That's the reason why they don't let us wear but one. Oh, this is easy for me. I'm going to have the Astrocite Versed helmet so I can blink. Oh, this will be a void block, by the way. Blinking void block. Then I would have my Controverse hold so I can get my grenade and energy and melee energy back. Let's see, chess piece. Tough one on chess piece. I'll have to come back to that one. Obviously, transversive steps for my legs because I can reload I can run faster and I can reload my weapons while I'm running. Yeah, and chess piece. Okay, gotta get back to chess piece. I'm gonna go with chromatic fire. Set everyone's head on fire and make nice, pretty lights when I hit it. Yeah, that's mine.
Nice. Did you say your weapons?
Oh, weapons? Oh, Telesto, of course. I would have to go Telesto. Let's go with Osteostriga, Telesto. I'm just going to mash everything. And Galahorn just icing on top. Oh, that would be nasty. I would be hated in the Crucible with that setup. What about you? I got to hear this.
Okay. I would say starting off, I like Witherhoard. I'm a whore for that.
Yes.
That gun.
That's an annoying weapon.
Witherhoard is just nasty.
That's annoying.
Probably Trinity Ghoul.
Yeah, I like that bow. Just electrify everything. Yeah. Are you wearing an arc class?
Yep.
This is a Titan. It's a Titan.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm getting there.
My bad.
And then, wow, so many to pick here.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably go Xenophage.
All right. The one-shot machine gun. Yep.
Yep. And then on my Titan of the arc variety with the
I already know what you're going to say.
Thunder Crash. I would go with Insurmountable Skullfort.
Mm-hmm. Get those. What do you get? You get your
every melee kill, you get another melee back.
Oh God.
Yeah. For my arms, Syntheseps. Let's go with that.
Yeah, you can't beat that, punchy boy.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, that and also with the flying into a big group of ads anyway. Chess piece has got to be, Curious of the Falling Star.
Of course. You can do DPS damage.
Yep.
I love Superman Titan. I don't tell anybody.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, that's fun. That's a fun
And
build.
then...
Of course, I know what you're going to say for legs.
What?
Peregrine Greaves!
Well, I keep going back and forth. Well, that's just for shoulder charge, though.
Yeah.
So if this were like Arc 3.0...
Well, we don't... Yeah.
I probably would go with that. But I'm thinking Dune Marchers, actually.
All right, that's a good follow-up. Okay. That's just nasty, man. Jeez. Oh, you Palpatine.
I would love to see... I would love to see them just do that. Just once. Maybe on like 7...
I was just going to say, a Bungie Day. Year. Bungie Day would be good.
I would take off for that. But they'd have to let us know early.
Of course.
That would be great.
Then they could tell us the Easter egg.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we won't find out that Easter egg until pretty much it's over. And the game's out.
Yeah. All right. That was a good question. That's a thinker. Okay, I'm going to finish with Hades here. He has a question for us, the host. If someone said when you were starting this up that you'd have this community, would you have believed them? Apart from the Gatr bullying bit. We've said it before. It was me, you, and Easy sitting all by ourselves in the Discord. And I think I messaged you and I said, okay, now what? You think anybody will show up? Good times.
Yeah, I definitely did not think this was going to be a thing.
No, not at all.
So
I'm pleasantly surprised. It's been a fun ride, man. I love checking in every morning with the crew and, leaving that emote that Mr. Monkey likes on every Friday. You missed it this week, by the way. I didn't get a kissy face. Just letting you know. Calling you out. The bullying bit didn't count on that so much, but hey, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm fine with it. Yeah. And as Hazel would say, sometimes I bring it on myself, and maybe I like to stir. Actually. I like to stir shit sometimes. That's a fact. So yeah, it's good. I'm all right.
See, I have better hobbies than stirring shit.
Yeah, I know. You shit talk just as much as I do sometimes. You stir the pot, but
I do.
It is what it is. I know I know people are joking around, and it's a kind of thing where people say it's their way of showing the love, but it can be a little tough sometimes. I mean, some of the stuff gets a little too personal, and I just got to brush it off.
Well,
it's rare.
I would say
but it happens. I can tell when someone steps over the line. I'm like, "Whoa, bud, just chill, okay?" But for the most part, yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I would say stop having like hills that you'll die on. That
I'll always advocate for the new player. That's all I'll say.
Even though you're not one. Okay.
I have a unique perspective, but we won't go into that.
Unique doesn't mean right, though.
Doesn't mean right. It just means a unique. It's a different perspective because I use alt accounts.
Which don't matter for
I know. We're not going to go there. We had one from Scarlet Cam here. I'm just going to answer because it's a pretty quick question. This was a question for Gatr. Since you work outside in the Florida sun, because it's apropos right now, it's just so freaking hot out. Do you wear those protective sleeves on your arms to protect you from the sun? I know it's a random ass question, but having been in Florida last July, I don't understand how people can even mow their yards, let alone spend 5 to 8 hours outside working. No, I wear short sleeve shirts to work. I wear a t-shirt as a liner underneath. Just a little trick of the trade. That way you don't look like you're soaking in sweat all the time. I know, paint that picture. But no, I mean, it's out there, but my arms are they're very freckly, but they're pretty tan because they've just gotten used to the sun. I wish I could say that for my face and the rest of my body, but no, I'm not really made for the outdoors, but my arms have adapted over the years. So I don't wear sleeves though. I don't really get it. I don't like wearing long sleeve anything. I have some shirts that are long sleeve that I'll wear to if I'm going to a factory or a big commercial account, just more professional. And plus it's for safety protection around machines and stuff. But no, I don't use that stuff. Us Floridians, we're a diehard crew. Let me tell you, we can take the heat for 4 months straight. And that's what we do. And then the hurricanes come. Yeah. Isn't that fun? Thanks, Scarlet Cam. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate the questions tonight. I'm sorry we didn't get to all of them, but as me and Hazel have talked about, we do not delete questions. We hang on to them. God help us all. And we save them for our next show or next future shows. So thank you again for sending them in. And we'll be right back. Guardian Downcast. Guardian Downcast. Yeah. Guardian Downcast. This is an intro. Guardian Downcast. Guardian. Not copyright. Guardian Downcast. And a guitar solo. Well, folks, that is another episode in our collection. Before we go, though, we have some announcements. Hazel, did you want to start off with some announcements?
I will be finalizing the August dates, at least up through August 22nd, I believe.
Okay.
So be on the lookout for that in the Discord. I'm thinking that what we'll do for this month will be a couple of scrims, maybe like 2. And then what we'll do, if anybody else wants to run a scrim, they certainly can. But aside from that, it would just be basically raids and getting people some stuff.
Hell yeah.
Because we haven't done a raid.
We haven't.
This whole month.
I noticed that. We had a lot of scrims. I was wondering what was going on there. Those raid nights are fun, man.
They are. I mean, the only problem is that it's only 6 people.
Right. Where scrims are 12 plus.
Exactly.
What did we have last week? Was it 15? We had like 5 teams of 5.
15.
Was it 5 teams of 5?
3 teams of 5. No,
5 teams of 3. Sorry, my bad.
65 people.
Numbers are hard.
Yeah.
Math's hard. Anything else?
I believe that's it. I still have my Hazel's Healthy Contest out there. I fucking blew it all to hell on my vacation. So,
Don't beat
good
yourself
times.
Up. Don't beat yourself up. It
Yeah.
happens. Yeah. You just go for a run, burn it back off.
Well, more than one run.
Yeah, I know, but it's all about consistency. You'll be fine.
Yeah. And I'll be honest. I mean, I'm in the Potato Thumbs Discord, and I mean, seeing what Nips is doing is just like fuel for me. Where I'm like, ooh, I want to go to the gym again.
I listened to their last podcast. They were trying to get him to cut his sleeves off because he doesn't like muscle shirts. It's funny as hell.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, Dad, Xanafan 711 was on their show last week. That was a great show.
Great.
Yeah. It's a great show. Okay. I want to mention our question of the month, because I don't know how to use a calendar. We had an extra week this month and I didn't account for it. So you have one more week left for question of the month entries. And, the question of the month for July is, and we've asked this question before from, Akora's Assassin was the person who put this question in long ago, and we just hung on to it because it was such a great question. And the question is, if Bungie assigned a small team of developers to you to improve one thing in Destiny 2 or to create something new, what would you do with them? What thing would you focus on? Maybe what new game type or activity would you add? It's like I said, it's wide open. Let us know. We'll need these answers by Thursday, August 4th, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but August 5th, I believe, is our next show. That's when Hazel and I will read and play your answers to the questions for the question of the month, and we'll randomly draw a name, award a $25 Amazon gift card, and let's see what we get. I'm curious. It's a good question. Mention your gamer tag, by the way. Promote yourself. Let us know who you are, and you can visit speakpipe.com/GuardianDownCast or hit that link, like I pointed down earlier in the show description down there. It's like the third one from the top. It's right there. Hit that, hit the record button, send us a message. Let us know what your answer to the question of the month is. Remember, everyone gets an equal shot for that Amazon gift card, but we're going to have 2 more drawings for podcast swag. It could be anything. It could be a t-shirt, a mug. It could be some stickers, whatever. All kinds of different things. And just as a little teaser, Hazel, why don't we play a couple of them tonight? Because, otherwise we're going to have a ton of them next week. I like it. Let's start with, I thought this one was really good.
What's up, guys? Hopefully everybody's having a nice glass of something to make them feel all warm and fuzzy inside, preferably a glass of sake. Anyways, Hawkslayer here. I want to see a team make a strike playlist. It can be sectioned off into 2 tiers and have it regular strike and nightfall strike. Now, we can do something in-game for strikes, such as a competitive Grandmaster, essentially a strike version of Trials or Iron Banner. But as for the standard strike and the nightfall strike, it's going to be a matchmaking of 2 teams of 3. They're going to go through the strike. Now, the winner of the team is going to be who can get the strike done fastest.
Oh, boy.
Now, if there's any contention between the 2 teams, then it'll be divided by points as who determines the winner. Now, a section of my team, or of my development team that's going to be working on this, I want to see a banana skin ornament for a sword for Iron Banner so that we can keep calling it Iron Banana. Those are the 2 main things I'd like to see. Anyways, love the show. Talk to you guys soon.
Thanks, Hawkslayer.
That's awesome.
Appreciate it, man. Let's do one more here. This is from Rocker Dude. Let's play this one. This should be informative.
What is up, guys? Another month has gone by. Went by pretty quick. But I'm here to answer your question of the month, which I believe was if I had a small group of developers to do something in the Destiny world, what would I have them do? And I think this is going to be a very popular one. Be surprised if somebody else doesn't mention it, but I think it would be a very welcomed addition. And that is a true horde mode of some sort.
Yes.
Now, obviously, I don't know the specifics or how it all break down or anything, but my general idea is a true horde mode, infinite levels maybe, or maybe there is a hard cap at 100 or something. I don't know. Just like anything else, each level gets a little bit harder. You get more enemies, and then at certain levels, you start upgrading and inserting bosses. So, I don't know, just throwing it out there. Say at 10 levels, you throw a strike boss, right?
That'd be awesome.
So kind of a dumb boss, but it's there, extra damage, some damage gating. You have to kill some other adds, and then you do more damage, that kind of stuff. And then at, say, level 20, you get a dungeon boss. So you have some little bit of mechanics in there that you have to deal with, but primarily it's still just a DPS check. You kill stuff, then you do the mechanic, and, you kill the boss. And then at some point, you get a raid boss. Now, it's not going to be as intricate as a raid, but you do want mechanics that require teamwork, and then some sort of damage phase that you got to do, and then rinse, repeat, all that kind of stuff, just to make it a little bit more exciting. And then from then on, I guess you can either just repeat until you get to another raid boss, or just keep adding raid bosses. In the meantime, every level is still going up in difficulty, so it's not as easy. But the thing with horde modes, like Zombies or Gears of War, I believe, had a horde mode, is that you can feel powerful. You kill all the little kind of crappy ads, and then as you progress, it gets more challenging, so it becomes rewarding that, oh my god, I can't believe we just beat that level. It's such a pain in the butt. And, eventually, whatever, you get to a certain level, and then you kind of have a challenge for yourself to try and get higher and higher. Now, I would obviously want matchmaking. Can go in. I think it would have to be a team of 6 in a pretty big map so that you guys can spread out.
Nice.
But team of 6, match made, or you can bring your own fire team, whatever. To make it even more difficulty, you can add some champions in there. If you're going to add champions or that sort of stuff, I would say before you're going to switch into that. So say you beat the strike boss at level 10. Now you're going to hit dungeon boss at level 20. So levels 10 to 20 are going to have champions. You get like a minute. You get like a message saying you're going to have unstoppable and anti-barrier. You're going to need those. And then you have like a minute to change your loadouts. So maybe you have set loadouts, nice. Each increment or each tier of enemies. Like and then you get like a minute to change it out so that, it's still beneficial to you, but it's still kind of challenging. And then I guess you can add weekly modifiers if you want, but you need to have a positive one, and if you want, 2 negative ones, because having all negative modifiers is a pain in the butt, and it just takes a lot of the fun away. So I don't know, have Grenadier, and then you have Blackout, and I don't know, some other thing. But yeah, that would be my idea. That's what I think would be cool, because you're combining kind of everything, combining a little bit of Dares of Eternity, a little bit of strikes, dungeons, raids, and it wouldn't be as hard or as much teamwork necessary as a full-on raid, but you can still kind of let everybody dip their toes into all the different activities. I think it would require you to vault a bunch of stuff, but I would be perfectly fine. And for Gatr, say you beat a raid, one of the raid bosses, you get an Ascendant Shard.
Hell yeah.
Or prisms, cores. It's just another activity you could throw in there as endgame that could reward people with materials. And I think people would be more open than trying to beat their head against the wall in a GM or something else, So that's what I would develop. And like I said, I'm sure it's going to be a popular pick. It's something that the community's been asking for a while, but I think would be really fun. Anyways, thanks again for the question. Hope you guys enjoy. Have a great rest of your week. And yeah, much love to you guys. Bye.
Thanks, Rocker Dude. You forgot one thing though. You gotta have a leaderboard, man. That's the thing in zombies. We would play every day because there was a leaderboard in our clan, and we would try to up the person that was ahead of us by just one level. What do you think, Hazel? That's a good. We need a horde mode. It's so much fun, and it's mindless.
And why we don't already?
I know it's perfect for me going before I go to work in the morning. It's just mindless, you can just kill stuff. No objective, just kill.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, I don't know. We kind of get horde modes every now and then.
Kinda, yeah.
Kinda, not like true ones, but
you imagine we can have a community-wide contest for horde mode. We could have a daily updated leaderboard in that'd be so much fun. That'd be so cool. Thanks, Rocker Dude. As usual, well explained. Just forgot the leaderboard part, that's all. Okay, I'm going to play one more. This is from Uncle Scumdeath.
Hello, Scumdeath here. This is my answer to the question of the month. I've just put Destiny on for the first time in ages, and Solstice of whatever it is, the summer solstice has come on. So it's like, right, you haven't got enough room to fit this gear in. So as I'm in my character screen, deleting blues one by one, what if I had a load of developers behind me and I said, this is what I want you to do? What I would say to them is be able to just go click, 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 click on all the blues and then press one long hold button, delete all at once. Just like you do on your photos on your phone. Because, this is boring me. I just want to play the game, but I've got to delete all the blues one by one. Unless I'm wrong and there's something I'm missing. Anyway, that's my answer for the question of the month. Love you guys.
Yeah, mass deletion. That's been asked for. I think people have been asking for that for a while. For stuff.
You know what I'm waiting for?
What's that?
When they just go ahead and give you the, like the, what is it? Like the materials for it?
Right.
Instead of having to go through all the BS.
Yeah. Yeah. It seems cumbersome. I don't know. Maybe in the future.
That's what we had.
Yeah. I mean, it did at the end of Destiny 1. I remember that. You had sliders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sliders.
Remember they had sliders on materials if you wanted to, what was it? You were trying to, you had to trade in materials. Yeah, they had sliders the very last year. Because people were asking, man, do I have to just press plus, press to, I don't know. I think you're using, I don't even remember what they're called. There's so many currencies, Mo. I understand, man. But
think that
yeah, it's sliders where you can dismantle or use like 10 at a time or something. Look it up.
I don't think they did.
Yeah, it's sliders. I mean, it was a quality of a life improvement, and they never brought it to Destiny 2. I was like, what the heck? Anyway.
I don't remember that at all. But I know that they did have it so that whenever you picked up a blue, it auto-dismantled if you were at power.
Yes, that was right. I remember that too. Yeah.
So, I mean, basically they just gave you materials for it, like, what was it, like armor sense? Not armor sense, but whatever your one thing was.
Right, right. So, yeah. Well, there you go, guys. There's a little preview of some of the questions for the month. If you have a better idea, speakpipe.com/GuardianOutcast. Send it to us. You got another week. That's it. We need them by Thursday. By Friday, it's too late. We'll post what we have. We'll do our drawings, and good luck. I want to give a quick shout out to our Patreon community. Our Dungeon Champion patrons, Scoot and the Scarlet KM, thank you. And our Raid Boss patrons, Jealous and Frostbite. Thanks for your support, guys. And to all of our patron members out there. The support goes right back into our community, and all Hazel and I got to do is just create content. Just makes it easy on us. And if you have gotten some value out of our little show tonight and you want to support us, go to patreon.com/support Guardian Downcast, and we'll have the link in our show description down there below your player. So, all right. That's it, Hazel. That's another episode. Before we go, though, Uncle Scumdeath has a Scumdeath's Corner. Uncle Scumdeath, what is going on today in the UK, brother?
Hello, and welcome to Scumdeath's Corner. Guess what's happened to me this week? You're never going to guess. Apparently I've been told I have been nominated for a Plymouth City Council Star Award. So the Star Awards are they set up a massive marquee on Plymouth Hoe overlooking the Plymouth Sound. It's all a big, like, suit and tie event. We got nominated a couple of years ago. Well, many years ago. Probably about 7 years ago. And you turn up and they're like, oh, do you want a glass of champagne? It's like, oh, yeah, get on. Oh, do you want a vol-au-vent and all this? You know, little nibbles and stuff. So, oh, yeah, lovely. Oh, so we got nominated years ago. And then it was all a big posh bash, and I don't do posh. But all the awards were given to, like, the office staff. So, who's the most greatest person ever? It's like, matey in the office because he brought biscuits. It's like, no, there was no recognition. Last time I went to this Star Wars, no recognition for the people on the ground who were actually doing the fucking work. These people are all just bigging themselves up in the office. They're the ones who got the awards. So, do you know what? Get fucked. Uncle Scumdeath will tell you to get fucked. Apparently, I've been nominated for the Customer Service Award. Customer service. I look after a park. Customer service sounds to me like you're sat in the office and looking after people. So it sounds a bit dodgy to me. I've not seen the all the ins and outs yet of who's nominated me or what. I don't know if it's the public or if it's in-house with the council. So, yeah, all sounds a little bit bullshit to me, but, you know, customer service, I suppose I am. My customers are the people who use the park, I suppose. And because I've been told I'll go above and beyond and all that. I'm not trying to big myself up. But, you know, you've been nominated. But tell you what, if it comes off, Uncle Scumdeath will not be going to that posh do. And if I do, it'll be some like cut-off cargo shorts and an Iron Maiden t-shirt. All your tuxedos can get fucked. Anyway, so yeah, I'll keep you informed on this one. You never know. Uncle Scumdeath might get an award. And if I get a trophy, obviously I'll put it in the Discord. So you never know. You never know. Anyway, whatever, innit? Who cares? Just get on with your job and enjoy it. Anyway, love you all. Bye.
If I had an award every week, you'd get it, Uncle Scumdeath.
He deserves it.
He does. Yeah, man, taking care of the park. You're doing something for the public. That's a very noble job, man. That sounds like fun to me. Of course I love plants and stuff. So thank you, Uncle Scumdeath. Hope you're doing well, brother. I saw that, Guardian Downcast, insulated water bottle on your fountain, by the way. Thank you for that pic. That was awesome. Hazel, where can people find you, good sir?
Quick and easy. Hazel NT, anywhere and everywhere.
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at Todd the Gatr. My PS5 and Steam account is Gatr, all caps GATR. Don't forget those underscores. And Gatr, GATR, is my YouTube channel. Go to Gatr-Guardian Downcast, where we actually post our episodes every week if you want to listen to them there, or GuardianDowncast.com for all the information, all the links, and all the goodies. Continue to be safe, I'm fading. Continue to be safe, everyone. And more importantly, take care of one another.
The path to victory is long, but there's always hope. Fight!
Thank you all so very much for listening. And later, Guardian.
Get toddled.
Nice and easy. That was a long one. It was a longer than I thought it would be. Yeah, we got shit. Walked right into that, didn't I? Yeah, we got Mr. Fudd on next week. That's going to be fun, man. He gets to sit in with us and go through all the shenanigans. It'll be a lot of fun next week. Be good to hear him again. He's such a good guy. All right.
And then how many licks? It's a mystery. You got to lick till you find out.
Now I can get it all. Yeah.